CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. We have men and we have women. Therefore, we have marriage. Of marriage, it is said, how many torments may lie in the small circle of a wedding ring. On the other hand, we hear of wedded bliss. I'm E.G. Marshall. Even the book is seemingly ambivalent on the subject. And we have women. It is better to marry, we have to burn, and of marriage, it is said that man how many torments may lie in the small circle of a wedding ring. If you're on the other hand, to beat a dog, we hear of wedded bliss. Find a stick. You were always the most stupid man in town, Bobby. Oh, now that's going it is better to marry you could never do anything right. Why ain't you being just a bit hard, Woody? No, man should live alone. You could never even do the simplest thing. Now, Woody, you're losing your temper. Take dying now. Anybody can do that, but not you. To beat a dog. You're being unfair. What's more simple than being dead? Nothing. You were always the most stupid man in town, and yet you can't even do that. Well, you could never do anything right. Come back to life. Why ain't you being just a bit hard, Woody? No, and it's the truth. You could never even do the simplest thing. Now, Woody, you're losing your temper. To take dying now. Anybody can do that, but not you. Mystery drama, you're being unfair. What's more simple than being dead? Nothing. Was written especially for the Mystery Theater no preparation. By Sam Dan. And yet you can't even do that. Jack Grimes. You have to come back to life. Our mystery drama, The Ghost of San Juan Hill, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars the boys who were marching off and Marion Haley come marching back. Some will come limping back, others will be carried back, and then there are those who will never come back at all. One prediction may be made with absolute certainty concerning getting down to specifics, and that is the world is going on. Not all the boys who were marching Bobby Hallstead will come marching up San Juan Hill with Lieutenant Colonel Teddy will come limping back. But unlike others will be carried back, he never did reach the top. There are those who will never come back at all. A woman like Mariah and the world shall go on of her radiant beauty, getting down to remain a widow for the rest of her life. Is going on without Trooper Bobby Hallstead. She has cherished Bobby's memory San Juan Hill with Lieutenant Colonel Teddy years, but unlike in her fashion, Mariah, he never did reach the top. May I have this wall? Well, could you expect a woman like Mariah, in the full flush of her radiant beauty, to remain a widow for the rest of her life?
To be the night before the wedding.
Cherished Bobby's memory
we shouldn't be having this party. I mean, things like this, it just isn't done.
Oh, you mean Mariah, my dear? Well, people like us don't have to follow the rules.
Oh, you mustn't dance with your bride to be the night before the wedding.
Ordinary every day.
Well, you shouldn't see your bride to be the night before the wedding.
Oh, you were never just
we shouldn't be having this party.
Even when you married Bobby
things like this, it just isn't done.
Oh,
everyone thought I'd marry
folks like us don't have to follow the rules.
Work for the railroad. Why don't we?
Because the rules are made for average, ordinary, everyday people.
Well, I always thought of myself as...
Well, that's all so far behind you, my never just focused on. Even when you married Bobby Hallstead, you married beneath your station. Why? Because I don't want anybody for miles around to get any sleep tonight.
And why should anyone miss out on a night's sleep? Just because you was the town drunk.
They'll be too excited to sleep after I make my announcement. This announcement.
Before the wedding.
Ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because I don't want anybody for miles around to get any sleep tonight.
Well, why should anyone miss out on a night's sleep?
I have here a telegram.
I should like to read it.
Quote. Shall be they'll be too excited to sleep after I make my announcement. This announcement. Theodore, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States. I have an announcement to make. I have here a telegram. I should like to read it. Quote, shall be delighted to attend wedding and give bride away. Delighted. He felt like a father to Bobby, and therefore to you. Roosevelt.
And he's going to give me away tomorrow.
My dearest, see what begins to happen when you decide to marry me. All the strange and wonderful things.
Is it true?
My darling Mariah, Bobby died in Teddy Roosevelt's arms on San Juan Hill. He felt like a father to Bobby, and therefore to you.
Yes, I'm awake, Aunt Millie.
I know, dear, I heard you.
My dearest, see what begins to happen when you decide to marry me.
Well, it ain't unheard of for a girl to be unable to sleep on the night before her wedding.
Well, I slept like a log the night before I married Bobby.
Oh, you come a long way since Bobby. Mariah.
Well, Bobby hasn't done too badly either.
I know,
He's a
dear, I heard
hero.
you. That's why I come in.
Timid Bobby Hallstead.
Well, it ain't unheard of for a girl to be unable to sleep.
The new
on the
town
night
hall
before
is
her
called the
wedding.
Well, I slept like a log the night before I married
And
Bobby.
the baseball
team
You come a long way
since
Bobby.
Well,
It's a pity
Bobby hasn't done
here
too badly
to enjoy
either.
it all.
Well, how could he be here? If he were here, he wouldn't be a hero. And none of this would have happened. Made a statue
would
of
have
him.
believed it
The new
5
town
years ago.
hall is called the Robert
Bobby, the
Hallstead
town
Auditorium.
And
the
you
baseball
are about to
team
become
is
the richest
named
lady in the
Bobby.
country. And just a pity Bobby ain't here to enjoy
done
it.
Well, how could he be here? If he were here, he wouldn't be a hero.
Ain't it?
And none of this
If it
would have
wasn't
happened.
Bobby would never have believed it 5 years ago. After all, the Rough Riders were a special outfit. And you are about to become one of Teddy Rose's lady in the country, or a college graduate, or a rich man's son who's done it couldn't get into that outfit.
Now, those are just too much.
Well, it's true, ain't it? If it wasn't for Woody, Bobby would never have gone off to the war. This second, after all, the Rough Riders were a special outfit. Didn't? Well, what? Unless you were one of Teddy Roosevelt's cowboy friends, or a college graduate, or a rich man's son, you couldn't get into that outfit.
Now, those are just
sure.
rumors.
Woody enlisted.
Not really a just war.
At the last,
All right, be skeptical, but it is possible to receive a sudden enlightenment.
What the enlightenment? What was it then? Like you say that.
Well, the
he
realization came to him that, say what you like. He was a pacifist. It was a sincere change of heart on what he thought. Now, perhaps it was not really a just war.
You need all your
strength for tomorrow. But it is possible to receive a sudden enlightenment.
The enlightenment was, like you say, that he could have been killed.
Say what you like. He knows everything. But it was a sincere change of heart on what he thought. Now, well, let's try to get some sleep.
Sure. You'll need all your strength for tomorrow.
Now, what was that supposed to mean?
Good night, honey.
Mariah. Who thinks she knows everything?
Who's that?
Well, she doesn't.
Remember? Mariah.
Easy. Thank goodness.
It's Bobby.
But it can't be. Now I can get
Mariah. Mariah.
Now, dear, just drink, dear.
Oh, I tell you, Aunt Millie, he was
nice, warm.
I heard him, plain as I hear you.
With a little something in it to give it a jolt. It was Bobby. Now, drink it down. All of it down. That's it.
Oh, just as plain as day there it was.
Now, dear, just
drink
it.
I tell you, Aunt Millie, he was nice, warm. Breathy way like he had a cold in his nose.
Now, I hear you. With a little something in it to give it a jolt. It was Bobby. Now, drink it down. You were dreaming.
I was awake.
You couldn't have heard him. He's dead.
Oh, just as plain as day there it was, his voice.
I see. You're
I heard him say Mariah.
He's a ghost.
The way he used to say it, the same.
But there ain't no
breathy way like he had a cold in his nose. Now, myself.
Let me tell you what it was.
I heard him.
We were talking about Bobby, and you fell asleep.
I was awake.
And you dreamed.
You don't understand. Bobby's ghost was in this room.
Mariah, I won't let you talk such foolishness.
Well, I'm being punished.
But there ain't no use saying the ghost.
Well, I used to believe that myself. Let me about David and Uriah.
So what's all that got to do with talking about Bobby? And you fell asleep.
So he sent Uriah into the thick of the battle. What are you talking about? Woodrow Bennett saw me walking on the street.
I won't let you talk such foolishness.
He wanted me. Being punished.
I won't have a reason saying them words.
Well, read in your Bible about David and Uriah.
So what's all that got to do with
it? David did lust after the wife of Uriah. Came along. So he sent Uriah into the thick of the battle.
What are you talking about?
Woodrow Bennett saw me walking on the street. We figured Bobby could go and get killed.
He
wanted me.
I won't have a niece of mine using them words.
It was easy to get Bobby to take his place. So we see how to get rid of Bobby.
Now look.
No one the war came along. He couldn't how I talk about a war. We did anyhow. We figured if Bobby could go and get killed, and so anyone any harm. Prestigious Rough Riders from then on. It was easy to get Bobby to take his place.
It ain't right, it's removed. Now look.
There's only one thing I can do.
He could have stayed home.
No. Call off the wedding. We did
call off the wedding.
Poor Bobby.
President Theodore Roosevelt.
Never did. No, I'll have to spend the rest of my life trying to make it right with Bobby. Millie. I'll become a nun.
That ain't right, child. It's remorse.
Then I'll spend my life doing good work for the poor, and I'll go to the veterans' hospital where I'll raise money for
Mariah.
And after I spend a lifetime
Theodore Roosevelt
for my sin, maybe then spend the rest of my life trying to make it right with Bobby. To forgive me.
No, well, honey, you just lie here. That's doing it right. Don't say another word. Just
then I'll spend my life doing good work for the poor, and I'll go to the veterans' hospitals where I'll raise money.
Mariah,
and after I spend a lifetime atoning for my sin, maybe then... Don't you tell me it's my imagination either.
No, my darling, but Mariah, do you believe that we schemed and plotted to get Bobby killed?
I do.
How can you say that? We never even discussed it.
Well, did we have to discuss it in words?
Oh, Mariah.
Well, there's no point in talking about it anymore.
But you are accusing us of having planned to kill Bobby so that we could get him out of our way. But Mariah, do you believe that we schemed and plotted to get Bobby killed?
I do.
How can you say that? We never even discussed it.
Well, did we have to words may have been unspoken, but there were spoken words. There's no point in talking about it anymore.
But you are accusing us of having planned to kill Bobby so that we could already been prepared.
Well, give it to charity.
How can orphans be shred under glass? Oysters Rockefeller.
Well, that's not my guilt is written in letters of
President Roosevelt.
fire. Our thoughts and words may have been unspoken, but there were thoughts and words.
Play fast and loose with the President of the United States. It's against the law. Party. You invite him here to a wedding, there's got to be already been prepared.
Well, give it to charity.
How can orphans eat pheasant under glass? Oysters Rockefeller, Mariah.
That's not
You
my
want to
problem.
call off our wedding because President Roosevelt. Because you imagine you heard the ghost of your first husband.
I tell you, Woody, I did hear him.
President of the United States. It's against the law. You invite him here to a wedding, there's got to be superstitious, uneducated.
Now that's starting to come out.
No, I didn't mean to imply that you... Mariah, please snap out our wedding because... Admit because you imagine sober, right-minded individual knows for a fact.
I tell you, Woody, I
there
did
is no
hear
such thing
him.
as what if you did? What could he do, huh? You're behaving like an ignorant, superstitious, uneducated...
Oh, now that's starting to come out.
No, I didn't mean to imply that you... Mariah, please snap out of it. It's his ghost. Admit what every sane, sober, right-minded individual knows for a fact. There is no such thing as a ghost.
Woody.
Huh?
Woody.
What?
There you are, friends.
Woody.
Every sane, sober, right-minded individual knows for a fact.
It's his
there's
ghost.
no such thing as a ghost.
It's Bobby's
Until,
ghost.
of course, he is confronted with one. Then, what does a sane, sober, and right-minded individual do? What can he do?
There you are, friend.
As you may appreciate, every
There
sane,
are a great
sober,
many
right-minded
alternatives.
individual knows for a fact.
And we shall explore
There's
some
no
of
such
them
thing
when I
as a
return
ghost.
here with Act 2.
Until he is confronted with one. Then, what does a sane, sober, and right-minded individual do? What can he do?
The dead,
we are given to understand,
you may appreciate,
leave us
there are a great many alternatives.
We, when our time
And
comes,
we shall explore
some
some
of them when I return here.
They,
with
on the
Act
other
2.
hand,
Can never return to join us. The proposition seems so elementary and basic that one could hardly call it a question.
The
Yet,
dead,
what has been
we are given to
happening in
understand,
Mariah Hallstead's
leave
bedroom
us
forever. Not only
We,
has she
when
heard
our
the
time
voice
comes,
of her
will
dead
go to
husband,
join
Bobby,
them.
but her future
They,
husband,
on the
Woody,
other hand,
has also can never return to join us.
Woody.
The proposition seems so elementary and basic that one could hardly call it to question.
It's Bobby.
I told you.
And yet, what has been happening in Mariah Hallstead's
And you,
bedroom?
Aunt Millie?
Not only has she heard the voice
Bobby?
of her dead husband, Bobby, but her
that
future
really
husband,
you?
Woody,
It's me,
has
Woody.
also
Oh, no.
just heard
Oh,
it.
no. Oh, Bobby,
Woody.
forgive us. Forgive me. I mean, forgive Mariah.
Oh, sure.
It's
Sure,
him.
I forgive you.
It's Bobby.
I told you. I told both of you.
Bobby
Now, what do you say, Woody? And you, Aunt Millie?
Bobby, Len, his fella's war uniform.
Bobby, is
Ghost
is
of
that
Bobby,
really you?
Come back
It's
home.
me, Woody.
Oh, no.
You've been sent back.
Oh, Bobby, forgive
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Forgive
I
me.
guess I was
Forgive
sent back.
Mariah.
Oh,
I know
sure.
why.
Sure,
As a
I
warning to
forgive you.
Mariah and me to remind us that we must
You,
repent
Bobby,
for our
standing
sins.
by the window.
Well, we have sinned, Bobby.
Spanish war uniform.
We may lie
Bobby.
to ourselves, but we sin.
The minute I laid eyes
Bobby,
on Mariah,
come
I
back
fell in
home.
love
You-
with her.
And I fell in
You've
love
been
with
sent
him.
back. She was married to
Yeah,
you.
I
We tricked you into joining the
Oh, I know
You've
why.
got to forgive
As a
us,
warning to
Bobby.
Mariah
spend
and
the
me
rest of our
to
lives in
remind us that we
repentance
must
and
repent for
prayer.
our
We'll
sins.
never look at each other
Well,
again.
we have
That's
sinned,
punishment,
Bobby.
isn't it,
Yes,
Bobby?
that's punishment. We may lie to ourselves, but we sin.
The minute I laid eyes
Such
on
a good
Mariah,
man,
I fell in
such a
love with
great
her.
heart. I fell in love with him.
But she was married to
So we
you.
tricked you into joining the Red
ain't you
Riders.
gonna say nothing, Aunt
Forgive
Millie?
us, Bobby.
And Bobby, we'll spend the
I
rest
keep
of our
thinking
lives in repentance
something will
and
come to
prayer.
me.
We'll
Bobby,
never look at each
how
other
long
again.
will you continue to haunt us?
Punishment, isn't it, Bobby?
I ain't gonna haunt
Punishment,
you at
Uncle Bobby.
all.
You mean
You-
you're going back?
Such a good man, such
No,
a great heart,
I
So
can't go
kind,
back. It's too
so
hot.
decent.
so gentle, sent to the
Well,
other
ain't
place.
you gonna say nothing, Aunt? What other place?
well,
I'm talking about
I
Cuba.
keep thinking something will come
I ain't
to me.
about to go
Bobby.
back there.
How long will you continue to haunt us? Is that where people go
gonna
these
haunt
days
you at all.
after they die? You mean you're going
Where
back?
folks go after they die. All I know is I
Bobby,
can't go
darling,
back.
you
It's
of
too
all
hot.
people should know where folks
To
go
me, you were sent
after
to
they
the other
die.
place.
What
Why
other
should
place?
I?
I'm talking about
Well, because-
Cuba.
Cuba?
I
Because
ain't
you're
about to go
dead.
back there.
Cuba? Is that where people go these days after they die?
Says I'm dead. Don't ask me where folks go after they
The
die.
War
All I know is
Department. Teddy
Bobby, darling,
Roosevelt.
you of all people should know where folks go
No, I
after they
didn't.
die.
Bobby Hallstead.
Why
now
should
stop
I?
this foolishness and look me in the eye.
Yes, ma'am, Aunt
Because
Millie.
you're dead.
You mean
You ain't a
dead?
ghost.
You are.
No, ma'am, I ain't a ghost.
That
I'm
is
dead.
impossible, Bobby.
Why
The
is
War
everybody so
Department.
ready to
Teddy
believe I'm a
Roosevelt.
ghost and so unwilling to believe I'm alive? No, I didn't.
Can you touch a ghost?
Can you feel a ghost? Come on,
and
touch
look
me.
me in the eye.
Yes, ma'am, Aunt Millie.
Don't come near me.
Now you come over here, Bobby
You
Hallstead.
ain't a
Yes,
ghost.
ma'am. No, ma'am, I ain't a ghost.
That is impossible.
It's true.
Why is everybody
Bobby,
so ready to believe
you
I'm a
are
ghost and so
alive.
unwilling to believe I'm alive?
Everyone. Alive?
Can you touch a ghost?
Bobby,
Can you feel a ghost?
You've got no
Come on,
right
touch
to be
me.
alive.
Feel me.
Bobby, I mean, you just can't.
I mean, what business have you got
come
being
over here,
alive?
Bobby Hallstead.
Well,
Couldn't you ever do
ma'am.
anything right in your life, Bobby? Couldn't you even get killed properly?
Bobby,
I mean, most people who die do it right. They
you-
stay dead.
you are
naturally
alive.
upset
That's what
at
I've been
Millie.
trying to
I mean,
tell
you all
everyone.
are.
But when you get yourself killed, you have to come back.
You've got
But
no
I
right
haven't
to
come
be
back
alive.
from
Bobby,
well, what do you
I
call
mean,
this?
you
You're as
just can't.
I mean, what business business have you have got being alive?
because I've never
well,
been gone.
Did you
I've
ever
never
do
been
anything
dead
right in your
to
life,
start
Bobby?
with.
Couldn't you even get killed properly?
Washington,
I mean, most
D.C.,
people
and
who die do it right. They
President,
stay
all
dead.
them are naturally upset at
wrong,
Millie. I mean, we
exactly.
all
They just
are.
But
made a
when you
mistake.
get yourself killed, you have to come back.
You see the way I got it figured, they must have got me
what do you
mixed up
call
with
this?
someone
You're as
else.
substantial as I am.
That's because I
Billy
never been gone.
Hallstead.
I never been dead to start with.
The
That sounds
Army
something like
and
Hallstead, don't it?
Washington, D.C.
And me and Billy, well, we were
President,
great
all of
pals,
them
and we
are
were
wrong.
both short and red-haired, and we did look a little bit
They
alike.
just made a
Billy
mistake.
Homestead.
Oh,
who
I'm
is
coming. You see the way I got it figured, they must have got me mixed up with someone else. The side of a barn with the carbine or with the Craig Jorgensen rifle, and Billy, he was worse. That sounds something like keep us from killing everyone in the outfit. And me and Billy, well, we were great pals, and we were both short and red-haired, and we did look a little bit alike. And when he wanted something done, he'd say, "Trooper Hallstead, my God, I'm coming. Tell me I need 100,000 rounds. Now, you know I couldn't hit the side of a barn with the carbine or with the Craig Jorgensen rifle, and Billy, he was worse. So to keep us from killing everyone in the outfit, they made us Colonel Teddy never could keep the two of us straight. He called me Homestead, and when he wanted something done, he'd say Hallstead more often than that.
All right, but how do you
understand all this? Because if you don't, you'll never understand how the rest of it could have happened.
All right, we understand.
follow this?
It really
the morning
isn't
of
complicated.
July 1st, 1898. 3 years ago, the morning of the Battle of San Juan. Honestly,
he called
Bobby,
Billy. You can wear a body's
Hallstead more often than not.
All right, but how
Now,
did you
hold
get
on.
here?
You have to understand
was
all
such a
this,
beautiful
because if you
morning.
don't, you'll never
Sky
understand
with
how
the
the rest of it could have happened.
All right,
sun
we
was
understand.
like gold.
All right, David.
The
The
whole
morning
place
of
was
July
alive
1st,
with nature.
1898. 3 years ago, the morning of the Battle of San Juan Hill.
Honestly, Bobby, you can wear a body's patient. Get to it.
Well, we were drawn up
another,
along the
and then
bottom of
still
the
another,
hill. And before we knew it, there was
It was such
fire
a
and by
beautiful
volley.
morning.
And the
The
next thing I
sky
knew,
was
Colonel
a deep,
Teddy was
deep
waving at me
blue,
to
and
come to us.
the sun was like gold.
Keep your head
And the
down.
whole place was alive
I'm
with nature.
Hallstead, sir.
That's what it said.
Birds singing, crickets chirping.
We are going to take this hill.
Yes, sir?
Fire
There was a
assault.
shot. Fire assault? And then
Sir?
another. And then still another. And before we knew it, there was fire
down
by
on us
pretty
pretty
hot and heavy.
We're
And the
not
next thing I
called
knew,
the Rough
Colonel Teddy
Riders
was
for
waving at
nothing,
me to
Hallstead.
come. I'm Hallstead, sir.
That's what it said. Keep your head down.
But we don't have our horses. They're still in the ship.
We'll just charge up this hill on our own, too. We are going to
There's
take
an
this
awful lot
hill.
of fire
Yes, sir.
pouring down from the top of this hill. Fire salt, sir?
I've been watching you for a long time.
Yeah, but they're pouring down on us pretty hot and heavy.
I want you by my side. For nothing.
We make I'm Hallstead, sir. Maybe me, sir?
Yes,
Yeah, but we don't have our horses. They're still in the ship.
Charge up this hill on our own and back to the
There was an awful lot of fire pouring down from the top of this hill.
back there. I've been watching you for a long time. I like your courage. I want you by my side.
When we make the assault. Maybe me, sir?
Yes, my boy.
I ran back to the
I
headquarters
want you
and
to
picked
be
up the
my
flag and
flag
started
bearer.
back toward the hill. Old Glory was waving in the breeze. Hey, sir, my name
I
is
want you to run
proud
back there
and patriotic,
just as
holding
fast as
it.
your legs can
And
carry
then as I approached the hill and heard the fire,
that hill we go.
I suddenly become frozen stiff with fear. It was bad enough running up that hill, but just like grabbed the flag and started back toward the hill. Old Glory was waving in the breeze. Every sharpshooter, and that's bad. I felt awful proud and patriotic, holding it. And I didn't want to die. And then as I approached the hill, and I heard the fire, and therefore I knew I just couldn't go back there. Back to Colonel Teddy's side. It was bad enough running up that hill with just that frag jog. But he had given me an order. I had to obey. I'd be a target for every sharpshooter. If I charged up the hill, I'd be killed. If I didn't, I could be shot for disobeying. Now, one way or another, I was sure to be dead. I didn't want to die, and therefore I stood rooted to the spot. Couldn't go back there, back to Colonel Teddy's side, and move up that hill with him. But he had given me an order. I had to obey.
Bobby Hallstead, what are you doing there?
Oh, I got the regiment flag, and I'm returning to duty. If I didn't, I could be shot for disobeying. I'm to be the flag. One way or another, I was sure to be dead.
You was to be the flag bearer.
So I stood rooted to the flag, and then
who told you to get the flag?
come running by me, and I was
Colonel
safe.
Teddy told you to get the flag?
Well, Billy Hallstead. Yeah, well, never mind.
Bobby Hallstead, what are you doing there?
Oh, I got the regiment flag, and I'm returning to duty. We're taking San Juan Hill today, and I'm to be the flag bearer. I got the flag, and I'm the flag bearer.
The flag bearer.
No, there's something fishy here, Bobby.
Who told you to get the flag?
Colonel Teddy.
Colonel Teddy told you to get the flag?
Dangerous job. A man sure to get killed.
Yeah, what are you keeping from me?
Never mind what. Colonel Teddy told me to get the flag, but no, it ain't important. You.
What ain't important?
What counts is I got the flag, and I'm the flag bearer.
There's something
Dangerous.
fishy
I
here,
ain't gonna
Bobby.
let you run. I'm doing this for your own good, Bill. It's a dangerous job. A man sure to get killed.
Now, what are you keeping from me? You're a pal, Bobby.
Colonel Teddy told me to get the flag, but
being flag bearer would mean a lot to you.
Well, maybe next battle.
You didn't want to tell me why you could have hauled the whole honor for
Dangerous. I ain't
yourself.
gonna let you. Well, I guess our friendship means more to me than any chance for honor and glory.
I'll never forget you for being so true-hearted
Here she
and
is.
generous, Bobby. A real pal. I know being flag bearer would mean a lot to you.
Well, maybe next battle.
Where Colonel Teddy was waiting to start the charge. The whole honor for yourself.
I can hear the bugle. Well, I guess our friendship means more to me than any chance for honor and glory. Leading away, and Bobby Hallstead beside him holding the flag.
True-hearted
The Rough Riders just stormed up that hill into the teeth of the shot and the shell. It was a heart-stirring sight. He'd run it back to where Colonel Teddy was waiting to start the charge. Because I wasn't going up there. I could hear the bugle. Horses couldn't have dragged me up there. And with Colonel Teddy leading away and Bobby Hallstead beside him holding the flag, the Rough Riders just stormed up that hill into the teeth of the shot and the shell. I felt a dull, heavy blow against the back of my head, and Especially for a fellow that was safely out of range. Because I wasn't going up there. I didn't know nothing at all. And then couldn't have dragged me up there. I opened my eyes, and I saw the lying on a bed in a little room. Billy. Billy. I felt a dull, heavy blow against the back of my head. For a long time, it seems like I didn't know nothing at all. And then
You are in my house, senor.
I opened my eyes, and I was lying on a bed in a little room.
Call me Tio Salacane, Uncle Salacane. And this is my niece, Anita.
My head.
You should not try to
Happened to me.
Senor, we found you on the battlefield.
near the battlefield. You are in my house, fired from one of the American ships in the harbor.
Who are you?
A friend.
I don't remember.
Tio Salacane, called Salacane. And this is my niece, Anita.
What harbor? What battlefield?
You should not try to talk. In Santiago de
We
Cuba,
found you
senor.
on the battlefield.
Near the battlefield.
Cuba? Ain't there a war?
A stray shell fired from one of the American ships in the harbor.
I must be an American soldier.
You should rest.
Why don't I remember?
You are becoming excited.
What harbor? What battlefield? Well, I know. Look in my pocket.
Santiago de Cuba, senor.
In my pocket, I got my pay book. My soldier. Ain't there a war? In my shirt pocket. No. What's Spain? That's it. My clothes. I must be an American soldier. Where are my clothes? What happened to my clothes? Why don't I remember?
You are
that when we
excited.
found you, senor,
I know.
Naked.
Look in my pocket.
I am ashamed to say,
In
senor,
my
that
pocket,
there
I
are
got my
people
pay
who
book. My
are very
soldier's
bad
pay book.
people.
In
They
my shirt
prowl the
pocket.
battlefield and they rob the dead and the wounded.
clothes.
Oh, yes.
Where are my clothes? What happened to my clothes? Bring me to the man.
Might not be
that when
good
we
for you, senor.
found you, senor,
Why?
you
There
were...
are so many deserters and smugglers and criminals that until you can prove who you are. Very bad people. They prowl the battlefield and they rob the dead and the wounded. Oh, yes. Because you are an American does not mean you are an American soldier. That might not be good for you, senor. Can you recall anything about yourself? So many deserters and smugglers and criminals that until you can prove who you are.
I don't know who I am.
Yes, we have seen them hang.
What's going to become of
Just
me?
because you are an American does not mean you are an American soldier. Think. Can you recall anything about
Well, you
yourself?
must admit we're getting to see the underside of things.
I can't
Where there are
remember.
neither frills nor fancies.
I don't
and where
know who
General
I am.
Sherman's
What-
one-word description of war, namely
gonna become
that
of
it's
me?
hell, takes on more and more reality. However, at least for the present, Bobby Hallstead seems to be in good hands. Well, you must admit we're getting to see the underside of things until I return. Where there are neither frills nor fancies, and where General Sherman's one-word description of war, namely that it's hell, takes on more and more reality. However, at least for the present, everyone and everything seems to be in good hands. Disorder and confusion. So let us all relax. And if you're dealing with folks who are confused to begin with, well, the Spanish-American War was only a little war, as wars go. But it has already disrupted the affairs of all the characters in our story. Throw everyone and everything continue into a state of disorder and confusion.
What's to become
And
of
if
me?
you're dealing with folks who
senor,
are
in
confused
time,
to begin
you may
with,
recover your memory.
Time.
the
How much
Spanish-American
time?
War was only a little war, as wars
if not
go.
4 or 5 months.
But it has already disrupted
year or
the
two,
affairs of
if
all
not
the
more.
characters in
Meanwhile,
our story.
I'll probably be listed as a
To continue the
That's
confusion,
Unfortunate.
What's to become of me?
Oh, well, senor, in time you may
this is
recover your
great.
memory.
And then when I remember who I am, I'll report to the United States Army and be court-martialed, maybe even
4 or 5
shot.
months, perhaps not. A year
What do you
or
mean,
2,
perhaps
if
not?
not more.
You think they'll believe I lost my memory? They'll say, no, you did it to get out of fighting.
On the unfortunate when and if you recover your memory. It may turn out that you are not a soldier
And
at
then
all.
when I remember who I
Perhaps
am,
you're
I'll
a
report to the
smuggler.
United States Army and be
Escaped
court-martialed,
American
maybe even
criminal.
shot.
Oh, perhaps.
No, that's fine. What do you mean, perhaps? Oh, yes, you think they'll believe I lost my memory? They'll say, no, you did it to get out of fighting.
On the other hand, when and if you recover your memory, pleasant it may turn out that you are not and my niece Anita shall do everything in our power to escape American criminals.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, yes, that's just dandy. What am I going to do?
You're to
That's what you
nothing.
did, Bobby?
It is quite
You
pleasant
stayed in
here.
the house with that
And I and my
girl?
niece Anita
Well, what
shall
else was I to
do?
do?
But you were a married man. To see
Our
that you
uncle
are
was there. He was a chaperone.
Well, I suppose she was beautiful.
Oh, yes, she was. She really was. And what happened was she
That's what you did, Bobby?
fell in love
You
with me.
stayed in the house with that
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you
Well,
the
what
truth.
else was I to do? But you were a married man.
I had to be in hiding till I could find out who I was.
Well, I suppose she was beautiful.
Well, oh, yes.
Well,
she was. She really was. And
One
what happened was she
another.
Is that so?
fell in love with me.
Bobby
Cuba is
Hallstead.
very romantic. The truth. I mean, it's 3 years had gone by. I had to be in hiding till I could find out who I was.
a long time.
I mean, I've been hit in the head, you see.
Well, what?
Well, one night, one thing led to another.
Is that so?
Cuba is a very romantic country. I mean, 3 years had gone by.
We must give a thought to
I
your
was
future.
sick a long time.
That's what I've been doing all this time.
I've been hit in the head, just sitting and sweating about it.
Well, suppose you
one
never
night,
find out who you
Tio
are.
Zalakane says to me,
Tio.
And yet so much
Yankee,
time has passed.
they
Who can
call me
guarantee
Yankee.
the future?
Oh, nobody, I guess.
But you are wrong. We must give a thought to your future. When I
That's what
saw
I've been
you
doing all
lying
this
there on
time,
the
Tio
field of
Zalakane,
battle,
just sitting and
I said
sweating
to myself,
about it.
there
Suppose
you never find out who you are. Not say that, Anita.
Tio.
And yet so much
You did
time
say
has
that.
passed. And I can guarantee the future. If this one lives, he will make
nobody,
a
I guess.
good husband for my niece Anita. I can. You remember, Anita, when I saw you lying there on the field of battle,
I don't know
I said to myself, there is a fine young fellow. Did I not say that, Anita?
Oh,
Would
yes,
you find
Tio.
anyone
You did say
prettier
that.
than Anita? Also said,
But
if this one lives, he will make a good husband for my niece
I
Anita.
appreciate her
You
affection
remember,
and all,
Anita, when
I
Anita saw
Yeah,
you
but
lying on the
I
battlefield,
don't
she
know
said
if
to me,
I-
Tio, you love Anita. I want that. She said you have to love her. Could you find anyone prettier than Anita?
Bothers me.
But
You
it's
told me
of
that
no
after
use.
a battle,
When
all
Anita
kinds of
wants something,
thieves rush onto the field. I appreciate her affection and all.
When Anita saw you lying on the battlefield, she said to me, Tio,
You doing on that
I want
battlefield?
that one. I was stripping the body.
You know, Senor Tio, something bothers me. You told me that after a battle, all kinds
and Anita was
of thieves
helping me.
rush onto the field to... Then you took my clothes
I
and
believe
my
I said
equipment
that,
and
yes.
sold them.
Of course.
What? How can you just stand there and say, of course?
One must make a living. We are thieves.
stripping the
Our
body.
forefathers before us were thieves. It is the only trade we
you
know.
were.
Of course.
My
and
paybook.
Anita was helping me.
You saw my paybook. Then you
yes.
took my clothes
Couldn't you have saved
and
it
my
for me?
equipment and sold them.
Of course. USA paybook?
How
This
can you
was
just
a
stand there and say, of course? Couldn't you
One must
have
make
at
a
least read
living.
my
We
name?
are thieves. Our forefathers
So I know who
before
I
us were
am.
thieves.
I am so sorry.
It is the only trade
I
we
do not
know.
even read Spanish.
My paybook.
How can I be expected to
You
read English?
saw my paybook.
Is that not
Oh,
a fact,
yes.
Anita?
Couldn't you have
he
saved
did
it for me?
so.
Shrapnel.
Yankee, a USA paybook?
Why was I so
It
sure
a
I was
fortune.
hit by shrapnel? Couldn't you have at least read
After
my
all I
name?
know,
So
I
I could have just been standing there,
So
and
I
you
know
came
who I
sneaking
am.
up behind me with a club.
Young, I do not even read Spanish. How can I be expected to read English? Is that not a fact, Anita?
Yes, he
You
did
have
so.
no choice.
Shrapnel. Why was I so sure I was hit by
How will I
shrapnel?
support my wife?
For all I know, I could have just been standing there, and you
will
came
never
sneaking up
remember
behind
who
me
you
with a
are in
club.
reality. Young and who you are right now pleases Anita. But marriage will make a new man. And I will enjoy ourselves here at the old homestead no choice. While Anita steals something for herself.
How will I make a living? How will I support my wife?
Enough
That
of
word.
these excuses. You
What
will
word
never
did you
remember
just
who
say?
you are in reality.
No,
And who you are right now.
No. We'll enjoy ourselves at the old
Here at the old homestead.
Yes, I
while
said
Anita
that.
steals
Homestead,
something
that's my
for
name.
herself.
Wait.
Your name is Homestead?
No, my name is
That word.
Hallstead. Bobby Hallstead. Colonel
What
Teddy
word did
called
you
me
just say?
Homestead, and he called Homestead
no,
Hallstead.
And that's who I am.
No.
A rough
We'll
rider, and I'm
enjoy
married to
ourselves
Mariah,
at the
and I'm
old
going home.
Homestead.
Yes, I said that.
Homestead, that's my name.
Here I am.
Your name is Hallstead?
You know what? No, my name is Hallstead, Bobby Hallstead. Teddy must have seen poor Billy Hallstead get killed, and he called Homestead Hallstead. He thought it was me. That's who I am, a rough rider, and I'm married to Mariah, and I'm going home.
No, just a moment, Mariah, my dear. We must never make hasty judgments. Bobby,
now you know what
are your plans?
Teddy must have seen poor Billy Hallstead get killed, and my life here.
That may be somewhat awkward. You see, Mariah and I have made...
It was Billy Hallstead.
I appreciate we may all have
now, just a moment, Mariah, my dear. We must never make hasty judgments. Bobby, dead hero. What are your plans? What happens if it develops that you were alive?
To come back to my wife and my life
sure here. That may be somewhat what's going to happen to that statue of you holding the flag, the one in front of the town hall.
I appreciate we may all have some problems, but I ain't dead.
But you are dead, Bobby. You're a dead hero. You can't let everyone down if it develops that you were alive, coward.
And I didn't ask folks to make you care about that, Woody.
What's going to happen to that statue of you holding the flag, the one in front of the town hall?
And what about that new auditorium?
What responsibilities do I have?
And the baseball team. Right now, you simply can't let every responsibility
but I can't help it if I'm alive, and I didn't ask folks to make a hero out of me.
It's enough to make a dear Bobby.
You are a hero. And a hero has responsibility.
Especially to the kids.
What responsibility?
Your problem is you're too self-centered. Right now, your only responsibility is to be dead. But since they started wearing your name lettered across their chest,
heroism. It's just been rubbed off.
They're champs, Bobby. League champs.
Inspiration.
Well, yeah, but what do you want I should do?
Think of the kids.
Your problem is you're too self-centered, Bobby.
So you and Mariah could get married.
I mean, they were never shocked.
But since they started wearing your name lettered across their chest,
well, it's like the your name has just been rubbed off. Reputation.
Yes, Bobby. League bigger than all of us. That's why you'll have to
but what do you want I should
dead.
do?
You'll just have to
I
stay
ain't doing
dead.
nothing of the kind. So you and Mariah could get married.
Bobby, darling. We're asking this for ourselves. It's for you. What are you doing? Your name, for your reputation.
Yes, this thing is bigger than all of us. That's why you'll have to stay dead.
His side of it too.
No,
I ain't doing nothing
of the kind. If you're going to go and consider
kind.
everybody's side, we'll never get anything resolved.
Well, what do we do?
I was thinking, Bobby is officially dead. And
Woody,
so, just for example,
what are you doing
if he were to
here?
die tonight, for instance, I mean, no one would know to miss him.
He's got his side of it too.
Now, Mariah, if you're going to go and consider everybody's side, we'll never get anything resolved.
Well, what do we do?
Well, I was thinking, like, he could be Bobby is officially dead. And so, just for example, if he were to die tonight, for instance, I mean, no one murder a dead man to miss him.
If Bobby would die.
Well, if he were to have an accident.
Bobby.
Like what?
Oh.
Like
he could be cleaning a gun.
You decided what you want to do.
I don't know why I have to decide.
I'm just thinking of you, Bobby.
You can't murder a dead man.
What's there to think about?
Bobby, you realize what life in this town's going to be like.
Well, like it always was.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's you, Aunt Millie.
You decided what you want to do.
So that's great. I don't know why I have to decide.
I'm just thinking of you, Bobby.
What's there to think about?
They cast you down, Bobby. And when they discover you ain't a hero after life in this town, you didn't die carrying the flag of San Juan Hill. Oh, no. Well, you'll be in where they've been now, Bobby.
But I wasn't
you must
the one who...
Sure not. The higher folks raise you up, which means they'll be madder than ever down. And when they discover you ain't a hero after all, you didn't die carrying the flag up San Juan Hill. Well, stop. They're going to feel they've been had.
But I wasn't the one who...
Sure not. They done it to themselves, which means they'll be madder than ever.
We have to settle this.
Oh, not till everybody's had very
Aunt Millie, President Roosevelt's going to get here any minute.
Bobby, don't you see how many people you'll be putting out if you spoil the wedding?
Yeah, but what happens to me?
Well, you can go back to Cuba. To your lady friend, Anita.
That wasn't my fault.
No likely story.
Well, we have to settle.
Not everybody's had friends.
Listen, you hear that noise? It's the president. He's coming up the street. Bobby, don't you see how many people you'll be putting out if you spoil the wedding?
But what happens to me?
Well, you can go back to Cuba. To your lady friend, Anita.
Every hero will be suspect. Think of the children. Well, look at yourself. You were fixing to get married. But what happens to me? How am I supposed to live?
That noise?
Anybody think of me?
He's coming up the street.
It's like the morning at San Juan Hill all over again. If I carried the flag, I'd be killed as a hero.
You can't come to life.
If I refused, I'd be hung as a deserter.
If you come back to life, then every hero will be suspect.
Here I am, Bobby Hallstead. The townsfolk will get mad enough to lynch me. But what happens to me? How am I supposed to live? Anybody think of me? It's like the morning at San Juan Hill all over again. If I carried the flag, I'd be killed as a hero. If I refused, I'd be hung as a deserter.
There's the beautiful bride.
If I say,
widow of the great
here I am,
hero,
Bobby Hallstead. The townsfolk will get mad enough to lynch me.
Last words,
I don't know.
My dear, as he died, he whispered, tell her I loved her. Say, what's this? Who's this? It's Homestead. Billy Homestead.
But sir,
and there's the beautiful bride. Widow of the great hero. They said you followed San Juan Hill, too. Oh, yours, my dear. As he died, he whispered,
Mr. President.
No, I loved her. Colonel, say, what's this? I remember the talks we had late at night, Trooper Billy. How you said, if we both lived through the war, you must drive my carriage. They said you follow the San Juan Hill, too. This is one of the happiest days of my life. I'm giving away Bobby's widow. No, I'm giving a job to Trooper Billy. I remember the talks we had late at night, Trooper Billy.
Sir,
how you said, if we both lived through the war, you'd like to drive my carriage.
Colonel,
oh, how I used to get you two fellas the happiest days of my life. I'm giving away Bobby's widow and giving a job to Trooper Billy, who was who all the time. And you're going to take the job, aren't you?
Sir, you did, sir?
That is an order. Most Trooper Billy. I'm Trooper Billy Homestead. Most of the time, it's Trooper Bobby.
The wedding party
oh, how I used to get you two fellas mixed up.
Mr. President, you'd like a cup of coffee.
I let you think I did. Why, Mom? Because it amused you. I'd be but I knew who was who all the time. Delighted.
You did, sir?
Well, most of the time, Trooper Billy Homestead. Most of the time.
And so they were married.
Mariah
and Woody, that is.
Unless
all of which goes to prove that a little bit of mistaken identity here and there can sometimes be a very beneficial thing. And everything was, you must admit, settled to everyone's satisfaction. Bobby retained his own reputation, and so they were married and lived a satisfactory life at the same time. All of which goes to prove that a little bit of mistaken identity here and there can sometimes be a very beneficial thing. And everything was, you must admit, settled to everyone's satisfaction. Bobby retained his own reputation, as a dead hero, to be alive, and lived a satisfactory life at the same time. The problem has been debated for satisfaction for you, and the answer still eludes us. There is no answer. It could very well be that these are choices that each man makes according to the dictates of his innermost nature. However, you must be a live coward added something new to this age-old controversy. The problem has been debated for dead hero, and the answer presented you with a character who was able to be both. There is no answer. And at the same time, it could very well be that these are choices included Jack Grimes, Marion Haley, William Redfield, Brian Rayburn, and Ian Martin. However, you must admit, the entire production was under the direction of Hyman age-old controversy of live coward versus dead hero.
Inviting you to return to our
presented you with a character who was able to be
adventure
both
in the macabre.
At the same time.
Until next time.
Our cast included Jack Grimes, Marion Haley, William Redfield, Brian Rayburn, and Ian Martin. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time. Pleasant dreams.
Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Is there anything more insidiously disturbing, awake or asleep, than the slow drip, drip, drip of a faucet with a worn washer? A tap, not quite turned off. An unknown leak somewhere in the plot. particularly in the far reaches of the night. I'm E.G. Marshall. It can murder sleep. Is there anything more insidiously disturbing, even by day, awake or asleep, than the slow mystery drama, Drip, The Lady of the Mist, that was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martell and stars Rosemary Murphy somewhere in the plot. It is sponsored particularly in the far reaches of the night. It can murder sleep better than Macbeth. But even by day, our mystery Drayton Manor is not nearly as old as the house of especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martell. I mean that the structure Rosemary is probably not much over 200 years old. But the Drayton family is listed in Burke's Peerage as far back as the War of the Roses. And the present house is certainly built on the foundation of the ancient castle, nearly as old as the head of the lake Drayton and the river that feeds into it. By that I mean that the structure is probably not much over 200 years old. A remodeling. But the Drayton family is listed in Burke's Peerage as far back as the War of the Roses. And the present house is certainly built on the foundations of the ancient castle, which guards the head of the lake and the river that feeds into it. For example, this is 1975, and once again, a remodeling is in order.
That great booming drip of water I hear in my bedroom, just caused by the leaky old faucet jar.
All it is, Bob.
The title, such as it is, evolves only on the men and direct line. I'd rather Charles, for example, or if I had a son, something to stop. I'd rather in his new bride have to sleep right under this.
I tried a new washing, but the old
stem is so warm. Water I hear in my bedroom is the important thing. The leaky old faucet.
All it is, Bob. Be careful. Like when you turn off this here and makes it all. You just give it an extra little from below.
Can't we do something to stop it? I'd rather in his new bride have to sleep right under this. This was like the Chinese water torture.
The old stem is
and that's the driver said, can you stop the gnawing? That is the important thing.
Oh, yes. All it takes is to be careful. Like when you turn off this here coat, you just give it an extra little...
Miss, Sir Charles is the lord of the manor, but in this day and age, who pays attention to such things anymore? Chinese
there we cling to the old ways and the old superstitions. Sort of rubs off on you without your knowing it, you might say. Just looking out that window there at the waterfall, twilight coming on as it is.
Sir Charles is the lord of the manor, but in this day and age, who pays attention to such things anymore?
There we cling to the old ways and the old superstitions. Sort of rubs off
on without your knowing it, you might say.
Oh, just looking out that window there at the waterfall, she's resting easy now as it is. If I didn't know better, I could swear I could see the lady of the mist peering through there like it was a veil or a curtain.
Don't come along, child. I don't know what's come over you.
Oh, just remembering me or any of the plane, hoping she's resting easy now. Lonely she is. Calling people across the veils on the other side to keep her company.
Oh, child.
And the
nobody knows if the woman really ever
existed. They took the water madness again ever since the news of the wedding existed all right. Did you dummy? Found two of these sheep wandered. She didn't. And they came up lonely, she is, and calling people across the veils to the other side to keep her company. She'll turn up one of these days.
Your lady of the mist is lonely for company. Why should
again ever since the news of the wedding.
I'm sure she'd rather have someone to talk to.
Found
even
two
if she doesn't, why does she return?
Wandered. Then they came up out in the lake. It's not so she wants us all, you see. Same old spectres just run up one of these days, and it is lonely animal. What about the blooded boy 5 years ago, eh?
I'm sure she'd rather have someone to talk to. But even if she doesn't, why does she return?
Poor first lady, she did 10 years ago.
Why, Giles, you know that was all.
Oh, she was some still whispering.
Nonsense.
Just like
you saw her slip yourself, and then you try to save her.
So I did. But lately I've taken to wondering if maybe the lady didn't call her ladyship. Especially Especially with Sir Charles marrying again.
You know that I haven't any more time listening to country gossip. Come along, Giles. You saw we've lifted you to prepare for them try to save her. I don't know how we'll ever manage it. At least that drip has been fixed.
But lately I've been wondering if maybe the lady didn't call.
I don't want to hear one word of this from now on. Do you hear? I want this lady with any more time listening to country gossip. Come along, Giles. We've loads to do to prepare for them coming. I don't know how we'll ever manage it. At least that drip has been fixed. Pick up your tools and let's get along.
Yes, sir.
I should have been more vexed. I don't want to hear one word of this from now on. Do you hear? I want this lady of the mill to have finances little jaunt to Europe, and more than that, to let him go alone.
If only
I knew, of course, there would be women. There always are in Charles's life. But that he would get married again. Well, I was just more vexed with Giles by having been so put out with Charles. Of course, I was a perfect fool to have finances little jaunt to Europe, and more than that, to let him go alone.
Oh, I know I will.
I knew, of course, there would be women. There always are.
Since she's your sister.
Well, she's quite a bit older than I, you know. Margaret, Meg is sort of county, if that means anything.
You mean Grosse Point, Michigan, Philadelphia Main Line, that sort of thing?
Do I?
Yes, well, I can live with
I hope you'll
that.
take to Meg, Vanessa, darling.
Oh, I know I will.
I can't imagine it. You,
how couldn't I?
Sweetie,
Since she's
stuffy,
your
and old-fashioned.
sister,
Well,
not
she's
me.
quite a bit older than I, you know, and Margaret, Meg is sort of county, if that means anything.
You mean Grosse Point, Michigan, Philadelphia Main Line, that sort of thing?
Do I?
Yes, well, I can live with that. It's how I was brought up.
I can't imagine it. You, Tweedy, stuffy, and old-fashioned.
No, not me. I'm kind of a hell matter of fact.
You?
I've never been myself before we got married. Thanks to you, I'm on the way. I'm not quite the real me. I feel a little guilty about it. But Charles, I'm just I've never been so happy in my whole life.
Well, just give me the chance, and I'll make you that always. You know, I was just thinking.
What? I thought I'd never been
Matter is pretty
myself
far,
again.
and
But thanks to you,
sort
I'm
of
on the way.
isolated.
Oh, but while I'm getting my head put together again, it's just what I need. To be alone with you.
Well, we shan't be
I've
exactly
never
alone.
been so
I mean,
happy in my
there's
whole
always
life.
me. Well, just give me the chance.
Darling, I don't mind at all about sharing the house with you.
You know,
You're the one I'm going to be selfish enough
the
not
matter
to want
is
to
pretty
share with
far,
anyone.
and sort of isolated.
Come on, Joe. I'm getting my head put together again. It's just what I need. To be alone with you.
Well, we shan't be exactly alone. I mean, this is always
How
Meg.
do you do, darling? I don't mind at all about sharing the house with you. No, I call you You're the one I'm going to be selfish enough. Yes, of course. Not to want to share with anyone.
Well, I must say,
come
I've
on,
never seen you so
Joe.
bold over
I'm
Meg.
dying to
Of
get
course,
there.
Vanessa is radiantly beautiful, but...
It isn't that. Of course she is, but
Meg,
you didn't warn me
this is
that she'd be
Vanessa.
so incredibly like that.
I'm so glad to meet you. May I call you Meg? That's all right. Please call me Charles was married before. He told me all about it.
Well, I must say, of course, I've never seen you so bold over to do after all. Of course, Vanessa is radiantly beautiful, but strong, and the pneumonia was just too much for her.
Warn me
I
that she'd be
really
so
look so much
incredibly
like
like
her, Meg.
My dear, time dims memories.
So that's all right, Meg. I know Charles was married before. He told me all
One
about
can
it.
see that there's nothing weak
Of course
about
I
you.
do.
Pity I was silly enough to bring the whole subject
And I
up.
have no
Now,
secrets.
come along in and let's see about getting you settled.
Pneumonia was just too much for her.
Do I really
I was
look so much
blind,
like
of
her,
course.
Meg?
My dear, resemblance to me was dim with memories. There is a resemblance that for a moment it had taken my breath away. And one can see that there's nothing weak about you. Pity I was silly enough to bring the whole subject up. Now, come along in and let's see about getting you settled. Again. Couldn't be again. But I was lying, of course. The resemblance to me was dinner and after-dinner coffee, buried such thoughts below the veneer of normal hospitality. It wasn't till Charles went out to put the car away and close up the garage that they started to sneak back insidiously.
My coffee, Meg?
Couldn't be again.
I didn't mean to sound as if I was making out.
Familiar process of dinner and after-dinner coffee buried such thoughts below the veneer of normal hospitality.
You can't know
It
what
wasn't
it
till
is.
Charles went out to put the car away and close up the
Again.
garage
Feel
that they
cared
started
for.
to sneak
And not
back
alone.
insidiously. Took your mother and
My
father
coffee, Meg?
very hard, I suspect.
I didn't.
mean the sound of it all was taking over. Such a storm, my dear. Well, I mean, everyone knows that in a normal course of events, you're going to lose your father and your mother. You know what it is. You think to have a family again, feel cared for, there'd be some not alone. It wouldn't just happen like 1 minute they were there.
Very hard, I
think. Forever. We have to take these things now. Drive. But you know what happened when I was I mean, everyone knows that in the normal course of events, you're going to lose your father and your mother. Back in time to spend it with me. Think. I did same surprise. And then be some advanced warning. And it wouldn't just happen like 1 minute they were there. The next minute, nothing in a psychiatric clinic. Another year on the couch. Drive. But you know what happened when I look so shocked. No, it's all behind me now. Hurry, I'm an old lady at 29 with her head just my breast pulled back on straight. And instead, and Charles, and the surprise I got was, 6 Charles in a psychiatric clinic, my cure. And another year on the couch. Now that I've got him, I don't need anything else. Oh, don't look so shocked. Just hope I can be woman enough and make him feel the same about me. An old lady at 29 with her head just
you girls get acquainted while the old man's back was turned.
I hope so. And Charles.
I'm sure I learned a great deal.
Charles is the one who
you two alone.
Oh, you don't have to move, Meg.
Now that I've got him, I don't need anything else.
That we're going up to our room.
Just hope I can be woman enough to make him feel the same about me. Let's go up to our room.
Well, you girls get acquainted while the old man's back was turned.
I hope so.
I'm sure I learned a great deal. I think I should leave you two alone.
Let me look at it openly for the first time since the news of the match. That we're going up to our room. It's been a long day.
Why, that was my room.
Oh, yes,
but I had to vacate to accommodate this intruder. Worse than that, an intruder returned almost as a ghost to haunt me. Brenda, she was 10 years ago. Up the wound and let me look at the window for the first time since the news of the was bathed in bright moonlight. At the end of it was my room. This and I had to vacate to accommodate this intruder. The waterfall had fell from the cliff. The intruder returned almost as a ghost to haunt me. Van, of course. Brenda, she was 10 years ago. Part of their conversation with Charles to the window and looked out.
Charles.
The park was bathed in bright
moonlight. Come here to the window.
At the end, what are you looking at,
the beams glistened and bounced off the silver lake.
Lovely and all this.
The waterfall had fell from the cliff into it.
Stars falling down to the lake. Every drop of water in the moonlight looks like a star.
Yes, my dear. Now, come away. Let's get to bed.
Just one moment here to the window. Let me soak it all in.
What are you looking at, darling?
How peaceful and lovely it all is. Strange. And that curtain of stars falling down to the lake. Every drop of water in the moonlight looks like a star.
Yes, my dear. Now, come away. Looks
like the figure of a one lady. Let me looking out from her window into the night. Look, Charles. Like me.
For heaven's sake, come away from the window, Brenda. What?
Brenda? For?
I'm sorry.
You look at it long. You could swear that...
Oh,
that column
forgive
of
me,
mist.
my darling.
Looks like the figure of a white lady looking out from her window into the night. Like me.
Going to be all right. For heaven's sake, come away from the window, Brenda.
Brenda?
I'm sorry.
Do you really get that feeling that it isn't going to be all right at all? Ancient legends that people refuse to let die. A first wife who seems to be afflicted with the same problem, and a sister who seems to feel that her way of life has been threatened. Not a very auspicious homecoming for a new and young wife going to be all right at all. Is for peace and love. Ancient legends that people refuse to let die. A first wife who seems to be afflicted with the same problem, and a sister who seems to feel that her way of life has been threatened. Not a very auspicious homecoming too much of my life and young wife whose only night fence is for peace and love with the light of dawn. I shall return shortly. Certainly breakfast the following morning has been a pleasant and cheerful meal, with the bright sun streaming in the windows and drenching the green grass of the park and the dancing blue of the lake with sparkling warmth. Too much of my life is Van, Meg, and Charles rise from the table
which vanished with the light of dawn.
I certainly did, Meg.
Certainly breakfast the following morning
What's on the program for you two today?
I thought maybe Van might like to have a look at some of the scenery around the mountain. Drenching the green grass of the park
by walking down to the lake and looking at that mysterious lady I saw last night.
Now is Van, Meg, and Charles rise from that old optical illusion.
You slept well, Van. I certainly did, Meg.
You were looking for me?
What's on the program for you two today?
I thought maybe Van might like to have a look at some of the scenery around the mountain.
First of all, I want to start by walking down to the lake and looking at that mysterious lady I saw last night.
Who lives down the road and was not only an invaluable part of the family, so to speak, but also a fount of local knowledge.
How do you do, Mr. Giles?
Oh, Lord, bless my head. Not Mr. Giles. Of course, Mr. Giles. Giles is our jack of all trades and master of most of
Giles Fulton, who lives down the road and who's not only an invaluable part of the family,
to know if you'd be wanting the horses
of local knowledge.
How do you do, Mr. Giles?
What do you say, Van? We can ride. Not Mr. Giles about in the trade and
go down to the lake first.
Giles is our jack of all trades and master of most of them. If I was you, I'd stay away from the lake. Did you want something? Oh, yes, sir. I wanted to know if you'd be wanting the horses ready this morning. I was telling you, Miss Drake. Well, what do you say, sir? We can ride. Use the carriage or
about the water
about in the car.
We're going to go down to the lake. Did you find your car? I want to look for the lady.
What's all this about water? If I was you, I'd stay away from the lake. You know,
because everyone knows but me.
Why, you know what I was telling you, Miss Drayton, and you said that.
Local superstition. All that nonsense about the water madness turning up again. Did you find your car?
Oh, wait a minute. What's all this about water madness? Well, you know, sir.
Because everyone knows but me. Can I be let in?
Oh, that's please. Silly local superstition. Why don't you get along and have a nice ride?
Yes, why not?
I want to change. You coming, Charles?
Oh, I'm dressed for riding already. You could bring down my jacket, if you will, or maybe up in the moment. Just want to check out the see some riding clothes of yours, didn't I?
Yes, I
you go
like
ahead,
to ride.
Charles.
But no dots for little mare, please. I like something with a little get up and go.
Meg.
Well, excuse me, Meg.
What's all this about,
I'll go
Charles?
change. You coming, Charles?
Oh, you know, the usual.
Already. You could bring down my jacket, if you will.
While you were off in Europe, a few cattle turned up drowned.
Just want to check Giles lost a cow.
No.
You
Woman is just missing.
Right with
Of
you.
course, it's convinced the Lady of the Mist is up to her old trick.
Now look here, Meg. I don't want any of this. What's all this about Giles in front of Val?
Oh, sorry.
know
You have to
the
know sooner or
usual.
later. It's been a dry summer, and while you were off
You
in
don't
Europe,
like
a few cattle
Vanessa?
turned up drowned. I didn't say
Giles lost a cow.
that. No. At the moment, it's just missing. But of course, it's convinced the Lady of the Mist is up to her old trick.
Now look here, Meg. I don't want any of this nonsense brought up in front of Van.
I'm sorry, but you have to know sooner or later.
I think we'll stop this right here, You don't like Vanessa? I'm quite madly in love with
Say that.
It's a whole different thing than that childish schoolboy marriage of years ago.
blind
But if you don't
to
like it,
see
you can get out. You don't have to live here.
May I remind you that the same woman maybe you're into it, except for the But it's my money that keeps it running ever since you gambled your own away.
Now let me tell you something in return. As it happens, Vanessa was left a very rich girl, and not only has she given everything to me in her will, but she's already given me power to handle her money. So I don't need you anymore, Meg. The apron strings have come
But it's my
untied.
money that keeps it running ever since you gambled your own away.
Now let me tell you something in return. Nor do I. As it happens, Vanessa was left a very rich girl. Like it here, and not only has she given everything to me in her will, but she's already given me power to handle her money. So I don't need you anymore, Meg. The apron strings have come untied.
First, I was shocked beyond belief. I don't want Charles hadn't defied me since he was a little child, and I was left to bring him up.
I just want you to know how things stand.
Months to
Like it here, and you're welcome to
The
stay.
years were rolled back
If
and
you
it was
don't like
Brenda
it,
all over again.
you can
An
love it.
interloper had chased me from my room and from my rightful position. Title or not, I was the lady of Drayton Manor. It was Charles hadn't defied me since he was a little child, and I was left to bring him up. Then suddenly, I was months. It didn't take long to recover. The years were rolled back. It was Brenda always managed to handle things. An interloper had chased me from my room and from my rightful position. Resolved. title or not, I was the lady of Drayton Manor. Things progressed exactly as I might. Nobody was going to take it away from me. It didn't take me long to recover. It's just something to handle. If I always managed to handle things.
Good Lord, it's only for the day. I can't let old Dookie down. The pheasant are running, and we always shoot over our land together.
Things progressed exactly as I might have foretold.
Don't be silly, Van, my dear. Hunting is men's business. No place for a woman. I'll be back by twilight.
Leave me alone again all day.
Not alone.
Leaving me
You'll
like this?
have Meg around. It's only for the day. I can't let old Dookie down. The pheasants are running, and we always shoot over our land together.
Why can't I go with you?
Oh, don't be silly, Van, my dear. Hunting is men's business. No place for a woman. That's all. I'll be back by twilight.
And leave me alone again all day?
Not alone. You'll have Meg around for company.
It isn't working that way, Charles. I'm afraid.
The woman.
I don't think
I should say the girl.
Oh, what nonsense.
Didn't fit in with our
It's a bit
sort
stiff
of
and
life.
formal, that's all. We'll break her down. Don't hold me up, darling.
That's the last of the draperies, your ladyship. Where shall I have them to?
what's on earth's going on? Just a moment, right up to my bedroom suite, John.
Oh, yes, your ladyship.
I asked you a question. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm going to do over our bedroom, for a start, anyway. Do over the bedroom.
That's the last of the draperies, your ladyship. Where shall I have them to?
Excuse me. You can start taking them up just a moment, Meg. Right up to my bedroom suite, John.
yes,
Just
your
the
ladyship.
trouble, Meg. I asked you a question. I'm sorry. Well, I didn't mean to be rude. They are heirlooms. I'm going to do over our bedroom. I'm sorry, but anyway. No, over. I'm trying to shake off all the cobwebs. Excuse me. You can start taking them up, John.
Yes,
I
your
want the
ladyship.
future for myself. Just the trouble, Meg. Oh, I know that heavy old furniture and those musty old heirlooms, but they depressed me, and I want it to be light and airy. So please try to understand. I'm trying to shake off all the cobwebs that's been fighting against. I don't want the past. I want the future for myself and for Charles.
This was just
I know that heavy old furniture and those musty old games of tradition, but
then me.
they depress me, and I want it to be light and airy. So please try to understand.
No intention of being cast aside. I understand. I had to buy more time. I understand. So I concealed my feelings, and I waited. This was just the beginning.
You
First
know,
the drapes,
Van, darling,
then the
I've
furniture,
been thinking,
then
and
me.
I do
Relics
owe
of
you
the
an
past to be
apology.
thrown aside.
You do?
Well, I had no intention of being cast aside.
I've been neglecting you. I suddenly
I
realized
divided
I
my time.
never meant
So
to.
I concealed my feelings,
I
and
do
I
miss
waited.
you, but I can't take up all your time. It's only
You
that-
know, Van, darling,
Well, while we're on
I've been
a
thinking.
sort
and
of honeymoon.
Yes, I do owe you an apology. I tell you what.
You do?
Why don't we run up to London for a little and other stuff?
Oh, I'd love
I've
it.
been neglecting you. I
And
suddenly
while we're
realized
there,
now.
we're going a real shopping spree.
Yes, anything you
But
say.
you know what I want to do? I can't take up all your time. Refurnish it. It's only that let some light and fresh air in. Put you on a
Oh,
honeymoon.
yes, not I, but I tell you what.
Meg.
Why don't we run up to London
I'm
for a
afraid she
little
won't be
trip?
very happy about it.
Oh, she'll come
while
around,
we're
and if she
there,
doesn't,
we're
we'll
going a
pack her
real
off on a
shopping
jaunt to the
spree.
continent or around the world.
You know what I
or
want to do?
something. A matter of fact,
The
if we have to,
whole
we'll just
house.
move her out altogether.
Refurnish it.
It's
Let
just you and
some
I
light
from
and
now on
fresh
that
air
come
in.
first.
Would you mind?
Oh, not I, but...
Meg.
I'm not ashamed to say
I'm
that I
afraid
was
she won't be very
eavesdropping
happy about
every
it.
bit of that conversation from behind the hedge in the
We'll
rose
off on a
garden.
jaunt to the continent or around the world or something. A matter of fact, if
James
we have to, we'll just
Drayton
move her out altogether. It's just you and I from now on that come first.
You go first, Lady Misfit. Can't understand how Charles can stand to say that I was eavesdropping every bit of that conversation from behind the hedge in the rose garden. Not my move, but how dare James Drayton Hall. By the most tremendous stroke of luck. No, never. You go first, Lady Misfit. Can't understand how Charles can stand to have you around to remind him of... Then,
Yes, this is
isn't
he.
quite the same. But how can I move as I have her to myself?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Mrs.
And then
I'm sorry.
By the most tremendous
Devastated.
stroke
What
of
can I
luck,
do?
it was all arranged.
Oh, yes, of course. Hello? Yes, this is he. Good Lord. Oh, Mrs. Chatham, I'm sorry. I'm devastated. What can I do? Oh, yes, of course. No. I wouldn't have it any other way. One of the best friends I ever... Look, I'll drive up right away and stay through the funeral. Yes, only too glad to be of help. Sorry.
What is it, darling?
I'm devastated. What can I do? He's dead. Heart attack. Oh, yes, of course. Just like that. No. I wouldn't have it any other way. Can't take hold. One of the best friends I ever... I'll throw some clothes in a bag and go right away and stay through the funeral. What? Oh, yes, only too glad to be of help. Under the circumstances, much better I go alone.
Something happened to Reggie.
You will excuse me, won't you? Just like that. His mother is in absolute state. Can't take hold. Look, I'll throw some clothes in a bag and go there right away.
I'll go with you. I started the water dripping.
Wouldn't work
For long.
Under the circumstances, much better I go alone.
And she'd hear.
You will excuse me, won't you?
Don't want to be alone again. And now I had her to myself. Oh, as soon as she was safely in her bed that first night, I started the water dripping. For long, long enough to find out if it was away from her. And she came. What's that? Want to be alone again. Down. You're sure you didn't hear it, Meg? Oh, I love you. It's a loose faucet or something, maybe in the plumbing. It's a strange sound. And don't you worry, we'll have Giles get rid of it. Matter of fact, why don't we stroll down to the lake right now? What's he doing down there? He's installing a little present from me to you. Present? Yes. You're sure you didn't hear it, Meg? So you can illuminate your favorite waterfall and the local legend. Maybe in the plumbing. It's a strange sound. And don't you worry, we'll have Giles get rid of it. Matter of fact, why don't we stroll down to the lake right now? Listen to some What's he doing down there? He's installing a little present from me to you. You could tell me the legend about her? Yes. Oh, dear. So you can illuminate your favorite waterfall embroidery and the local legend. He makes it quite an adventure, like listening to a ghost story on a windy night when one was a child. And about her... Get out into the air and listen to some pleasant sounding water. And I could see my way to removing Vanessa from my life. Delighted to, dear. And Giles can add his own embroidery. He makes it quite an adventure, like listening to a ghost story on a windy night when one was a child. Had to move fast.
Gentlewoman, Meg Drake, isn't she?
And I could see my way to
becoming quite
removing Vanessa from my life.
Way. Mad as a hatter. But does she really think in a few days she can drive Vanessa mad? Or what is the way that is quite clear to her? I'll return shortly. Gentlewoman, Meg Drake. So here we go with Meg leading Vanessa down the garden walk. Genteel way in more ways than one. Mad as a hat. And now the closer she really thinks in a few days looks so she can drive Vanessa mad, and whose gentle sound is muted and not clear the manner. A different picture of it emerges with Act 3. The terrain here we go with Meg leading Vanessa down the garden walk. Truly beautiful in more ways than one. And the lake now the closer we come to the waterfall, which looks so charming at a beneath the rock, and whose gentle sound is muted and not heard the manner spins in a quite terrifying counterclockwise. The terrain is lovely, creating a deep green of water that falls with a hole at the bottom that seems to suck everything away and beyond, smooth as glass.
I like it better from the distance.
Right beneath the rock,
it's a little
where the water falls, is a pool that spins in a quite terrifying counterclockwise whirl,
like some huge
creating a deep bowl.
What is it?
With a hole at the bottom that seems to the cave, everything away the other world, like where she lives.
I like it better from the distance.
The lady of the mist.
It's a little story close up. Well, what is the story anyway? Swirl of water in the pool.
Poor lady in the Middle Ages.
Like
lady of the old castle which used to stand where the manor house is now.
Built on some of the old foundations, the manor.
Possible, at all events, men being what they are, the lady's husband lost interest in her for some other woman, or more than one.
What is her story
One night
anyway?
she came out just as some poor lady in the Middle Ages, into the lady of the old castle which used to stand where the manor house is now.
Built on some of the old foundations of the manor.
Possible, at all events, men being what they are, the lady's husband lost interest in her for some other woman, or more than one, and one night she came out company on the other side, wherever she lives between heaven and hell.
Then maybe she suicide.
Water
Anything falls in that pool gets sucked down out of sight. Shell used to have no bother.
She doesn't want their bodies, you see, only their souls. Keep her company on the other side, wherever she lives between heaven and hell.
They say she puts the water madness on them.
And when that
Sorry,
happens,
now I
no
got close
matter
to it at all.
how
It had to happen sooner or later.
you can't keep
Just to have things out in the open.
Oh, by the way,
child,
the
the ladyship thought she heard some sort of water noise in the house last night, and the idea was the
Sound of
Mum, you
water
know, we
in their
checked everything out before Sir Charles and her ladyship came back.
Sorry, now I
Oh,
got
I'm late.
close to it at
another
all.
look. It had to happen sooner or later.
Yes.
Just to have things out in the open.
hear it
By the way,
too?
child, the ladyship thought she heard some sort of water noise in the house last night, and the idea was it could be.
Oh, no, Mum, you know, we checked everything out before Sir Charles and her ladyship came back.
That will be
Oh, I'm
quite
late.
enough. Have another look and see.
On you
We'll
go.
go back to the house, child.
Did
The ladyship and I will
hear
follow.
it? Oh, yes, Mum.
No, not
Get away from here. It's what's the matter, child?
Dreary.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Down at the ground.
nothing,
I
I'm
can feel
out.
a chill in my
I
bones.
was just remembering what you told me
Yes.
about the first lady.
That'll be
What
quite
was
enough.
it that Giles started
On
to
you
say
go back
about
to the house,
first
child.
Lady Drayton?
The ladyship and I will
mean,
follow.
Oh, yes,
Brenda.
Mum.
You cut him off, didn't you? Shall we get away from
Did
here?
I? Damp and dreary, but I meant to. Why would
You're
I?
hiding something from me, Ned.
Oh, dear. I'm not a very good dissembler,
What
but I...
was it that Giles
I'd rather
started
you
to
ask
say
Charles
about the
about
first
it. Charles
Lady
isn't
Drayton?
here. The first,
Anyway, he said she died of pneumonia. You cut him off, didn't you?
Well, Van, dearest, it was just a little... I don't know that
Oh,
you might say
Why would
white
I? You're hiding
lie.
something from me,
He just
Ned.
wanted to save your feelings.
Save my feelings?
I'm
About
not
what?
a very good dissembler, but I'd rather you ask Charles about it.
Charles isn't here. Was found in the lake. He said she died of pneumonia, didn't she?
Well, Van, dearest, it was just
fell
a
off the
little...
rock.
Oh, you might say
didn't want
white
you to
lie.
know. Charles will
He
be very
just wanted to
annoyed
save
with
your
me.
feelings.
Save my feelings? About what?
Well, now it's out. I suppose you might as well know all the way. It was
Found in the
suicide.
lake.
Both Giles and I saw her, but were too late to stop her.
Oh, how awful.
She fell off the rock.
Why?
Oh, dear, I didn't want you to
think
know.
we've
Charles
talked
will be
enough
very
about
annoyed
that. Tell
with
me,
me.
I'll get out of Giles.
It's a silly theory. Now it's out. I suppose you might as well know all the way. Anyone who tries to take her place as the lady of the manor. Both Giles and I saw her, but did every one of them stop her? I have no idea. You see, the manor was empty for years until Charles and I reopened it. Everything's changed now. You certainly haven't a thing in the world to worry about. He thinks his Lady of the Mist resents anyone who tries to take her place as the Lady of the Manor. Like work. Did every one of them jigsaw puzzle? I have no idea. Nothing was being built. The manor was empty for years until Charles and I reopened it that night. Everything's changed now. Telephone receiver on the main certainly haven't a thing in the world to worry about. Get through if he tried to call. When I turned the tap on, everything was. I left it running most of the night. Or better still, like a jigsaw puzzle. Pattern was being built to create the picture I needed. I did certain things that night. Took the telephone receiver on the maid's floor hall off the hook so Charles couldn't get through if he tried to call. When I turned the tap on, I left it running most of the night. Sleep.
First of all, I was expecting
Morning,
Charles
Vanessa.
to call me.
What's the matter? Didn't you sleep well?
Oh, Meg, I don't understand why he didn't call me.
Maybe he will today. Here, let me get you some tea.
No, I've been up all night. You couldn't tell me. Find out what was wrong. Did he? What that leak was?
No, my dear, he couldn't find a thing.
Call me.
Don't tell me you heard it again.
It started about
1 o'clock, and it lasted most of the night. You didn't hear today?
No, I didn't hear a thing, and I'm very light sleep.
No. Is it still going on now? No. I didn't find out what was wrong. About an hour ago.
Just as mysterious as it began. I didn't find a thing. Don't tell me you heard it again.
And there's another thing, Meg.
Yes, dear.
1 o'clock, and it lasted. It was most of the night.
You didn't hear it? No, I didn't hear a thing, and I'm very light sleep.
Is it still going on now? No. Stopped about an hour ago.
Just as mysterious as it began.
No. Oh, and there's another thing, Meg.
Yes, dear.
It was that Chinese water torture going on tonight on the waterfall. I could see the light was on. And I went to the window. And
oh, Van, dear, what is it? You must tell me.
I know it's just auto-suggestion or whatever you call it. But restless with that. I could swear I saw Chinese water torture going on in white. And I could see the light was on spray. And I went to the window and heard her voice. Well, I know it's just auto-suggestion or whatever you call it. But I'm coming all unglued. I could swear I saw
a
woman.
I think we ought to have Dr. Vickers over to look at you.
I even thought I heard her voice. Need a strange doctor. I'll be all right. All I need is some sleep. I'm coming all unglued just the way I did after
Oh, it was all working deliciously. I think we ought to have Dr. Vickers over to look at you. And this time I was going to be quite safe. It's been very risky with Brenda.
I'll be all right.
I made the tea, dosing it carefully. Carried it up to the hall table, nipped up to the next floor and started the tap again.
All working
and put the phone back on the hook. The timing was going to be perfect, and this time I was going to be quite safe. Here's the nice tea with Brenda. I made the tea, dosing it carefully. Carried it up to the hall table, nipped up to the next floor and started the tap again, and put the phone back on the hook.
You don't mean the water side?
Not asleep. Here's the nice cup of tea I promised you.
Darling, there's nothing all
whatever it is, it's all in your... I shouldn't put it that way. No, you must have an inner ear infection or something. No, really, this time I insist. I am going to call Dr. Vickers.
Maybe you better. Maybe he can give me a sedative.
Yes, now in the meantime, you must drink your tea. Whatever it is, it's all in your... Well, I shouldn't put it that way. You must have an inner ear infection or something. I tell you, really, this time I insist. I am going to call Dr. Vickers.
Maybe you better. Maybe he can give me a sedative.
Yes, now in the meantime, you must drink your tea. Was going just splendidly. She drank her tea obediently, not realizing she was getting another nice jolt to keep her on the ragged edge. Then I called the doctor. On the way down to let him in, I turned off the tap, of course.
Very sensitive, very highly strung young lady. She doesn't take any kind of medicine, does she?
Going just no, Dr. Vickers, not now. She drank her tea obediently, not realizing she was getting another nice jolt to keep her on the ragged edge. About her parents. Then I called the doctor, and on the way down to let him in, I turned off for several years.
Oh, yes, possibly. There is a slight dilation of the pupils. She doesn't take any kind of medicine under such a strain.
A very unstable girl.
What do you mean now? Now, Mister, you think this girl might be
how protected she'd been, and that she'd been under psychiatric care for several years.
Oh, yes, possibly. There is a slight dilation of the pupils. I'm looking again, but then she's under such a strain that I'm
very unstable girl.
I think you should be left alone for a moment. You think this girl might be suicidal?
It's what terrified us. Promise him that, all right. Silly old daughter.
I've given her a sedative and she should rest now.
I knew I had him locked again after supper.
She should be watched very closely. All I had to do was think she should be left alone for a moment.
Would play itself perfectly. Nessa, what are you doing up? I could promise him that.
I wanted to call Charles, but something
seems to be wrong with the phone. It's always acting up in the country. Maybe he's been trying to get in touch with me. All I had to do was wait till dusk. Can't we go to the village and phone? Would play itself out perfectly. Isn't there a carriage? What are you doing? Could we go by horse? I wouldn't think that it's much too far in your condition, but seems to be wrong. Giles has a phone. It's always acting up in the country. I don't want to be left alone in me. Well, if you feel up to it, dear, it isn't far. You can come along and make the call yourself. Isn't there a carriage? Please, could we go by horse? I wouldn't think that it's much too far in your condition, but Giles has a phone. I'm so slow, Meg. No, I don't want to be left alone in the house. Well, if you feel up to it, dear, it isn't far. You can come along and make the call yourself. Only address. Oh, please. Please, take stopping for. Come along. All right, Meg. Not the waterfall. I'm so slow. We have to go over the path across to the top. No, I don't want to go. Wait, I don't want to go that way. So it's the only way for you to go. The only way you have to go. Don't worry. Come along. You won't ever hurt again. Just like Brenda, only this time easier. The waterfall. Of course, we have to go over the path to join your lady of the nest. I don't want to go. Wait, I don't want to go that way. You turn up days later. It's the only way for you to go. The only way you have to go. No, you are not. Don't worry. You won't ever hurt again. Just like Brenda, only this time easier. Telling you to join your lady of the nest. Won't it be sad when you turn up days later? No, you are a mad one. Going to be terrified just like Dr. Vickers was afraid you...
I've been trying to reach you since yesterday. I was frantic when I couldn't get through and you didn't call me, so I drove back. When I found the house empty, I went running over to Giles, half crazy, wondering what had taken place and then I just saw you.
Why didn't you phone it, Giles?
Darling, Giles doesn't have a phone. I've been trying to reach you since yesterday. I was frantic when I couldn't get through and you didn't call me, so I drove back. When I found the house empty, I went running over to Giles, half crazy, wondering what had taken place and then I just saw you.
Why didn't you phone it, Giles?
Darling, Giles doesn't have a phone.
You must have done with your first. She's right about that.
But where is she?
When you called
calm down. What was a lie? Who? What are you talking about?
She lost her balance and she was dying. No, maybe you can help me over into the lake.
She went over. No one can help her.
From
what you're telling me, nobody should.
But where is she?
Poor Meg. She must have been mad as a March hare.
I was trying to break free, but she lost her balance.
After this,
maybe
you won't want anything to do with the over. No one can help her. From what you're telling me, nobody should.
Want you
Poor Meg.
promise me
She
one
must have been
thing.
mad as a March hare.
Don't
Van, darling.
please don't
I
just
suppose
ever leave me again.
After this, you won't want anything to do with the Draytons.
Meg's body never did turn up. That's just as well.
Want you
And Charles
promise
never did
me
leave
one
Vanessa
thing.
alone from then on.
Don't
Well, let's be sensible.
please
After the
don't
crisis
just
was
ever
over,
leave me
no
again.
two sensible people take a statement like that literally. What both of them Meg's body never did turn up Drayton Manor. Perhaps just as forever. And under Charles never did leave Vanessa alone. Two sensible people wouldn't. Well, let's be sensible. After the crisis was over, no two sensible people take a statement like that literally. What both of them did leave alone was Drayton Manor forever. Under the same circumstances, what two sensible people wouldn't? I'll be back shortly.
The most successful selling cold medicine in the world is a little capsule. It's confront. It contains no ingredients for aches and fever, no cough medicine. It gives you longer relief per dose than any pill, any liquid. Full-time, 24-hour relief of your sneezing, drips, and congestion. Its tiny time pills contain ingredients selling cold medicine in the world is a little longer relief per dose from those symptoms. It contains no ingredients for aches and fever, no trivial pose of contact. It gives you longer relief of the dose than any pill, any liquid. Full-time 24-hour relief for sneezing, drips, and congestion. Its tiny time pills contain ingredients to work up to 12 Use only as directed. That's longer relief.
This year, don't just go to another hotel. Go to another world. The Americana world. Whether you're on business or pleasure, all 19 hotels are an uncommon pleasure. Plunge into a world of many pools and beaches. Then smash an ace at our tennis courts. Score a birdie on our golf courses. Or conduct your business just minutes away from your hotel. Go to Americana is a world of Americana world. And a gourmet world of business or pleasure. All 19 hotels are city to the sirloin in Washington, D.C. Plunge into a world of many pools and beaches. Table, then smash an ace at our tennis courts. Score a birdie on our golf Indians to flaming conduct your business just minutes away from your hotels. Americana is a world of convenience. Palm Springs Fairway world of San Juan's casinos, seafood in Mexico City to the sirloin in Washington, D.C. You don't have to conquer the Americana world. Ringside table at Americana's world of toll-free with everything from flying Indians to 1776 your take-home a world or your travel. Acapulco surf, Hawaii sunset, Palm Springs fairways, San Juan's casinos, Korea's temples, New York City. But you don't have to conquer the Americana world, just a piece of it. Dial toll-free 800-433-1776 for reservations or your travel
Astoria Federal celebrates its new Glen Cove office with big ideas. Free safe deposit boxes for accounts of 5,000 or more. Free souvenirs. A world of door prizes plus 38 exciting gifts for new deposits.
Come through with many happy returns for you.
Astoria Federal celebrates its new Glen Cove office with big ideas. Free safe deposit boxes for accounts of 5,000 or more. Free souvenirs. A world of door prizes plus 38 exciting gifts for new deposits.
Friday at 11:05 p.m. The best way to enjoy Mystery Theater is to turn off the lights, lock up the house, and listen as E.G. Marshall opens the squeaky door of Mystery Theater on WAKR. Theater players and the WAKR this evening's presentation, and that you will join us again Monday through Friday at 11:05 p.m. The best way to enjoy Mystery Theater is to turn off the lights, lock up the house, and listen as E.G. Marshall opens the squeaky door on a new story. The Mystery Theater players and the WAKR.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. My father, who had a great deal of wisdom, used to say that the friendship of the over-friendly man is too often like a fire in the grate. Exceedingly bright to look at, but not reliable. Come should you wish to keep warm on a really cold day. Welcome. The tale we're about to unfold for you, written by the father, who had a great deal of wisdom, used to say that the friendship of the over-friendly man is too often like a fire in the grate. Exceedingly bright to look at, but not reliable. Should you wish to keep warm on a really cold day. The tale we're about to unfold for you, written by the incomparable Edgar Allan Poe,
you think he's still there? Edgar thinks he never got there.
Rather about one that
you say that, Noah?
Too hot
Edgar
to handle.
suspects foul play.
What are you and Noah talking about,
So
Edgar?
do I.
The disappearance of Horace Kramer, Charlie.
Yes, it is puzzling. Cannot for the life of me understand what's keeping Horace this long.
Our mystery drama,
think he's still
The
there?
Case of the Chateau
Edgar
Margaux,
thinks he never got
was
there.
adapted from a story by Edgar Allan Poe, especially for Mystery Theater by James Haggett Jr., and stars Jackson Beck and Robert Dryden. It is sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule. Our mystery drama, The Case of the Chateau Margaux, was adapted from a story by Edgar Allan Poe, especially for Mystery Theater by James Haggett Jr.
It is.
Stars Jackson
Announcing
Beck and
Buick's
Robert
open
Dryden.
door policy. An open invitation to come in and inspect, examine, and really discover why the 1977 Buicks are selling better than any other Buicks in history. And to discover that this is a great time to buy a new Buick. Your Buick dealer is open to reasonable offers. Buick's open door policy. It is your Buick dealer. Announcing Buick's open door policy.
When I was a little girl, just about your age,
to come in and inspect, examine, and really discover why the 1977 Buicks are selling better than any other Buicks in history. And to discover that this is a great time to buy a new Buick. Your Buick dealer is open to reasonable offers. Buick's open door policy.
Gold and shiny, I couldn't wait to take a bite. When I was a little girl, just about your age, Sarah.
Kraft caramels make the best caramel apples. The recipes on specially marked bags, along with 5 sticks inside.
Then Jane washed the apples while I unwrapped the Kraft caramels. And when Gramps got home, we all made caramel apples. Oh, they'd come out so golden and shiny, I couldn't wait to take a bite. You know, it just isn't autumn without them.
Kraft caramels make the best caramel apples. The recipes on specially marked bags, along with 5 sticks inside.
How? With good prenatal care. Prenatal care is the medical attention every pregnant woman needs to help safeguard her own good health and that of her unborn baby. It simply means seeing a doctor or going to a prenatal care clinic as soon as she thinks she may be angry enough to do something. Prenatal care is following doctor's orders to eat nutritious foods. How? With good prenatal care. Prenatal care is the medical attention every pregnant woman needs. No one can guarantee a healthy baby, but prenatal care goes a long way toward simply means seeing a doctor or going to a prenatal care clinic as soon as she thinks she may be pregnant. Prenatal care is following doctor's orders to eat nutritious foods throughout your pregnancy. Exercise in moderation and avoid unnecessary drugs and medications. No one can guarantee a healthy baby, but prenatal care goes a long way toward protecting the unborn and the newborn.
Have you ever thought
give your anger some action? The March of Dimes
this would be?
Fight
were
for
there
your
no
baby's
one you
health
could call a
by
friend,
seeing a doctor early and often throughout your pregnancy.
Someone who thinks as you do, likes what you like, and even more than that, likes to spend time with you, with whom you could share any confidence, any time.
Have you ever thought so a lonely old world this would be? Were there no one you could call a friend?
Rich old Horace Kramer, someone who thinks as you do, man his own age, moved next door, and even became Horace's likes to spend time. The time is 1910. You could share anyone who actually lived through those curious, perplexing days.
No wonder that in the small, isolated New England town of Mystic Falls, which old Horace Kramer was delighted. When a man his own age moved next door, and became Horace's friend.
Edgar.
Time is.
I grew up with that awful handicap.
Someone who actually
finally, after years of kidding here in my hometown, Mystic Falls, Massachusetts, now everyone is settled for Edgar, Ed, or Mr. Edgar. My full name. I write, print, and publish the Mystic Gazette, our local town newspaper. I grew up. We've never missed a weekly appearance since my father started the Gazette 75 years ago here in my hometown, Mystic Falls. One day I had a visit from Noah Greeley. Now everyone is settled for Edgar, Ed, or
have you heard the latest, Edgar?
About what, Noah? I write, print, and publish the Mystic Gazette, our local town newspaper. I saw him. Never missed a weekly appearance since my father started else in Mystic 75 years ago.
I haven't seen hide nor hair of them all day.
I had a visit from Noah Greeley, the town magistrate. If you think it news that the richest man in town has gone off somewhere by himself and told nobody where he was going, couldn't be. I saw him the day before yesterday.
So did everyone else in Mystic Falls. I haven't seen hide nor hair of them all day. Yesterday we have a friend in the world, which is far worse.
If you think it news that the richest man in town has gone off somewhere by himself and told nobody where he was going. Say, I'll stop this run. Tell me what you know.
Hold your horses there. It looks day before yesterday, very early in the morning, Horace saddled up. Told us he was going to Boston for the day and that he'd be back that night. I can't talk to you while that press is operating. I'll come back later. Two cents is laid eyes
I'll
on
stop this run. Tell me what you know. Just been sitting on this and doing nothing?
Day before yesterday, very early in the morning,
No, really.
All saddled up.
You're the magistrate.
Told his servant he was going to Boston for the day and that he'd be back that night.
This morning. That's 15 miles.
30. And back. Your master disappeared. Since he laid eyes on him. They told Charlie.
Have you just been sitting on this and doing nothing?
Oh, it'll be all right. Let's wait and see who wants to alarm everybody.
Oh, really? You're the magistrate.
I checked Horace's servants, of course, just this morning. I asked, why didn't you tell somebody? Speak of the devil. Good morning. They told Charlie, they said. He told them, it'll be all right. Let's wait and see who wants to alarm everybody.
This may be right. Of Horace Kramer, something could have happened to it.
Puzzling.
Wonder what Charlie said.
Speak of the devil.
Good morning.
You think he's still there?
How fortunate to find two of Mr.
I think he never got there.
Citizens, whatever makes you say
Morning, Charlie.
It's possible he met with foul play. The disappearance of Horace Kramer.
can take care of it. Yes, it is puzzling. He wouldn't put up with any nonsense from any. I understand what is keeping Horace this long and shot.
Oh, you think he's still there?
He was ambushed.
I think he never got there.
I happen to know whatever makes you say that when he set out.
It's possible he met with foul play.
I think you're both alarmists. No, if you ask Horace can take care. I'd say Horace is probably staying on any nonsense from any highway. Any one of these days he'll be waltzing back into town, wondering what all the fuss. Not only that, I happen to know he was well out.
I first met Charlie Nash 6 months ago. He pulled into town not knowing a soul. In 2 weeks, he was on buddy-buddy terms with rich, retired Horace Kramer. Charlie never let a day pass that he wasn't over at Horace's house. Sometimes for breakfast. I first met Charlie Nash 6 months ago. No question, Charlie was good company, and the last time I had knocked on Horace's door, the two old codgers were carrying on like buddy-buddy terms with rich, retired Horace Kramer. I hope I'm not intruding, Mr. Kramer. Charlie never let a day pass that he wasn't over at Horace's house. Celebrating something? Sometimes for breakfast.
Shall we tell him?
Oh, yes, we did. No question, Charlie was good company, and the last time I had knocked on Horace's door,
on now, Charlie.
the two old codgers were carrying on like kids.
Do you think is worth a headline?
I'd rather be a headline.
I hope I'm not intruding, Mr. Kramer. Charlie, are you fellas celebrating something?
Shall we tell him?
What
is it, Edgar? What brings you here?
Well, I understand your nephew, Philip, will be arriving soon.
Do you think our little jollification is worth a headline?
I'd rather be a headline than a footnote any day.
It's a 6-month anniversary we're celebrating with some good wine.
I say something a good Philip.
How about us, Edgar? What is it, Edgar? Chateau Margaux. What brings you
No,
here?
thanks, Horace. I understand your nephew, Philip, will be arriving soon, and...
It was 6 months since this man, Charlie, and I met. Even if you didn't, my boy. It's a 6-month anniversary we're celebrating with some good wine. He downs this Chateau Margaux like water. Does my heart good. Chateau Margaux.
No, thanks, Horace.
Call me Horace,
I never drink while I'm working.
Always have.
No, I won't stay but a moment. I just want to verify.
You're more of a party pooper than your father was, Eddie, my boy. You can never be able to now, have some wine.
No, thanks, really.
He downs this Chateau Margaux like water. I knew this boy's father very well. No, Edgar. Call me Horace. He was a great parlor magician. You always have.
No, I won't stay for the moment.
Edgar
just want to verify.
You're more of a party pooper than your father was, with the last name of Edgar. Come on now, have some wine.
No, thanks, really.
You know, Charlie, I knew this boy's father very well. Wilbur Edgar. He was a great parlor magician. Ventriloquist. Oh, yes. Wilbur Edgar was quite a practical joker. Edgar, I mean, let me tell you. Who else with the last name of Edgar would have given his son the identical first name? Old friends have either taken to their beds or died off. That pretty well leaves an older man friendless. No, but I was fortunate. Along comes Charlie Nash here, drifting into town.
Correction, I never
Edgar, moves in right next door. When a man gets to be my age, his friendship is given me a friend have either taken to their beds or died off.
I can say
that pretty well leaves an older man friendless. No, but I was fortunate. Along comes Charlie Nash here, drifting into town. The hardiest old fella. I've come across in right next door.
Since you love to save the wine in that fashion, I'll be darned if I don't have to make you a present of a great big box of that very same Chateau Margaux. Now, don't say a word.
Congratulations.
It'll be coming your way one of these days when you least expect the hardest old fella I've come across in all my born days. Since you love to savor the wine in that fashion, I'll be darned if I don't have to make you a present of a great big box of that very same Chateau Margaux. Now, don't say a word. It'll be coming your way one of these days when you least expect it. You mean Philip? I don't want to talk about him. Thank you. He's a no-good, high-living son of my dear departed sister.
I just got
and
word
he's
over
staying with me because he has no place else to go.
Arriving from Boston. He's going to be staying with you. Tell me a little about him. What he does, how old, and so on.
I said I don't wish to talk about him. I don't approve of him or his way of life. He's a no-good, high-living son of my dear departed sister. And he's staying with me because he has no place else to go.
I saw Horace Kramer. Can you tell me a little about him? Arrived in Mystic Falls the following day, and so on.
I said I don't wish to talk about him.
By talking with him or playing an occasional game of checkers over at Sam's General Store, I couldn't determine whether he was a bad character or dissipated habits. Last time I saw Horace One day Kramer. Charlie Nash came in while Philip and I were playing Mystic Falls the following day. He seemed quieter now. By talking with him or playing an occasional game of checkers over at Sam's General Store, without your help, I couldn't determine whether he was a bad character or dissipated habits.
We're playing on a board with everything.
One day, Charlie Nash came in while Philip and I were playing.
Well, you may be somebody's help.
Hey, Charlie, will you please go away? Philip and I are having a dandy game without your help.
Well, I just don't want to see you taking advantage of this.
Advantage? What are you talking about? We're playing on a board with everything in sight. Just go and sit down, Mr. Nash, and leave us be.
Let's forget the game, Philip.
You may be
I've had enough of this.
Edgar, I've been looking for you everywhere. Have you heard the latest?
Not yet, Noah, but I will. Go on.
Horace's horse just wandered into town with no saddle and no saddlebags.
Without Horace?
Let's forget the game. Come on, see for yourself.
I've had enough of this.
Up behind Horace's house. Edgar, I've been looking for you everywhere. Bleeding. Have you heard the latest?
Not yet, Noah, but I will.
No sign of my uncle?
No, Horace, as I said, everything's been taken from the animal's back.
I know
with
Uncle
no
Horace
saddle and no saddlebags.
Left for Boston. I know that.
His horse. Come on, see for yourself. Poor animal showed up behind Horace's house in terrible shape. Bleeding. Been shot in the chest, it looks like. No wonder it can still walk.
No sign of my uncle?
No, as I said, everything's been taken from the animal's back.
I know Uncle Horace was carrying 2 saddlebags when he left for Boston. I know that.
I don't. We can do without the funny. I just do.
Now, gentlemen, first things first. Let's go see this horse.
My point is the wound on the horse could have been
you stupid tub of
somewhere out there could have missed his target.
Obviously, my uncle has been robbed and probably killed, and you talk about
explain horse is this spirit.
I have your distress. It's no greater than my own. Runs through the underbrush. We can do without the funny. My dearest old
now,
friend.
gentlemen, first things first. Let's go see this horse.
My point is the wound on the horse could have been from his horse. Probably somewhere out there.
I thought you said they were torn off.
If they weren't
that hardly explains horse is this spirit.
I am transit station. Horse went on to Boston. Runs through the underbrush. Saddlebags are torn off. My dearest old friend is thrown off.
I refuse.
Where is he now? 3 days later.
You all know how stubborn he is.
Mystic Falls,
he got thrown from his horse. Probably made him
I
so darn
charge
mad
you
he took
to
his
make an
saddle.
immediate search of this entire area. I want you to
torn
organize a
off,
hunt for the
took them,
body of
picked
my
up some other means
murdered
of
uncle.
transportation, went on to Boston. A singular expression, young man. Let's calm down, everybody.
I refuse to calm down.
You're all witnesses
Mr.
to
Greeley,
this
you are the magistrate of Mystic Falls, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I charge you to make an immediate search of this entire area. I want you to organize a hunt for the body of my murdered uncle.
From the death of a rich uncle.
You take that back.
You lying, fat, conniving...
No, Sam! You kill old dog! Let go of me!
Look at him lying there, covering his face with his hands.
Now, you stop that. He's an old man.
Oh, all right. You lying... Taught the lying old schemer a lesson.
Can I give you a hand, Charlie?
No, it's Sam.
Let go of me. Look at him lying there, covering his face with his hands.
Now, you stop that. He's an old man.
Oh, all right. Taught the lying old schemer a lesson.
Can I give you a hand, Charlie?
What have we here? A young man not liked by his wealthy uncle suddenly appears in town. Shortly thereafter, the uncle disappears. What else do we know? That the uncle may have been robbed or murdered? Certainly Charlie, who claims to be the uncle's best friend, what have we here? Of the young nephew. A young man not does he know more than he is saying? Well, we shall know either more or less. The uncle disappears. Allan Poe story. What else? I return shortly with Act 2. That the uncle may have been True Value Hardware Store's Fall Shopper Circular. Certainly and you have hundreds of values to be the uncle's best friend is suspicious of the young nephew. Does he know more than he is saying? Well, we shall know either more or less of this Edgar Allan Poe story when I return shortly with Act 2.
1 penny. Pick up a copy of True Value Hardware Store's Fall Shopper Circular, and you'll have hundreds of values right at your fingertips now, including home improvement ideas and values like a Master Mechanic 25-foot tape measure with power return for just $5.79. And with your purchase, you get the Master Mechanic 6-foot mini 26-inch hand saw for just $5.95. 1 cent sale. The hard chromium steel blade will give you years of service. Store offers savings on items you'll be needing much more, including home improvement ideas and from participating do-it-yourself needs, like the Master Mechanic flat top tool box for just $6.99. Always much more than just a name and a handy socket way of doing business. Or get a 26-inch hand saw for just $5.95.
Did you know there are 7 genetic diseases that affect primarily Ashkenazi Jewish people? Did you know that these recessive gene disorders could be transmitted through birth? Did you know that some of these could be prevented through counseling and testing? Did you know that the National Foundation for Jewish Genetic Diseases is dedicated to eradicating these devastating disorders through its nationwide educational program? Ashkenazi Jewish people. To inform the public that these diseases recessive gene disorders could be transmitted through audiovisual film strips. Did you know that some of these could be prevented through counseling and interested organizations? Did you know that the National Foundation for Jewish Genetic Diseases is dedicated to eradicating these devastating disorders on genetic diseases among Ashkenazi Jews? On December 12th through the 14th in New York City, exist and attack without warning. More information and audiovisual film describing the tragic legacy is available for Foundation for Jewish Genetic Diseases from Foundation Fifth Avenue, Suite 702, New York City. The Foundation will sponsor the first International Symposium on Genetic Diseases among Ashkenazi Jews on December 12th through the 14th in New York City. For more information and a free brochure describing these diseases, write the National Foundation for Jewish Genetic Diseases, 608 Fifth Avenue, Suite 702, New York City, 10020.
Today's mystery is solved. We shall give you the answer, and you'll be no little surprised how much this saying applies to our tale by Edgar Allan Poe. But to return to who was it who said murder, really, though it have no tongue, organized practically everyone to search for the missing Horace Kramer. Before today's mystery town hall meeting, not everyone agreed, and how to go about it. Surprised how much this saying applies to our tale by Edgar Allan Poe.
We're trying to conduct this town hall meeting in the proper way.
Mr. Chairman,
the town magistrate organized practically
Go ahead, Charlie.
For the missing
I think
Horace
we're
Kramer.
all making darn fools of
Town hall
ourselves.
meeting. Not
One of these
everyone
days,
agreed.
old
How to
Horace
go
will
about
show up in his own time and in his own pleasure.
We're trying to conduct this town hall meeting in the proper way.
All of you make me sick. My uncle is lying out there somewhere. I'm Pat. You all talk.
Philip Kramer, you are out of order.
Well, I don't care if I am. We have to act and act fast. My uncle is out there somewhere. Who knows if he's still alive? Talk. Maybe. Who's going to take action? Injured. That's what I'd like to know. All of you make what I'm going to do. My uncle is lying out there somewhere, and look for him. I'm Pat. I was crazy enough to have done it before.
Philip Kramer, you are out of order.
Well, I don't care if I am. We have to act and act fast. My uncle is out there somewhere.
Who knows
if he's still alive?
That was Horace's nephew,
Sick.
Philip.
Injured. needing help.
No,
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
If you could get some
I'm going out this very minute and look for him. I was crazy not to have done it before. Goodbye.
What do you say, Edgar? It was your proposal. Well,
could we have a show of hands?
Young man.
All those who feel well qualified to lead a search party in,
nephew.
let us say, a 5-mile radius.
Headstrong.
Will they raise their hands?
If you could get some reaction.
No one? Yes, I see one hand.
What do you say, Edgar? It was your proposal.
It's your hand. Could we have a show of hands?
I'm
retired. All those who feel well qualified to lead a search party in, let us say, a 5-mile radius. Will they raise their hands?
I've covered every inch.
No one? Yes, I see one hand.
That advantage over most of you who
It's your hand, Charlie.
Well, as you know, folks, I'm retired. I propose that as many as would care to join us at the village green at 2 o'clock, so that we can set forth under Charlie Nash's guidance.
Charlie turned out an excellent guide. The bunch of us, at least 20, followed him through all kinds of out-of-the-way paths, finding places none of us knew existed.
2 o'clock. The
first day, we searched till it got dark, about 6. But then for almost a week, from morning till night, Charlie turned out an excellent guide. The bunch until the day Charlie led us through all kinds of out-of-the-way paths, miles from finding places none of us knew existed.
Has anybody seen Philip?
The first day, we searched till it got dark, about 6.
I'm here.
But then for almost a week, from morning till night.
I'd like to show you something.
Not a trace.
Look down there at those horseshoe tracks.
Until the day Charlie led us to a pond. 4 miles from Mystic
That's
Falls.
Uncle Horace's horse.
Has anybody
Look
seen
here.
Philip Kramer?
Where the brambles are broken off.
Hey, is Philip back
It's as
there?
if I'm here. Something heavier than a man was dragged through here. Edgar, I'd like to show you something.
So it does.
Look down there at those horseshoe tracks. See that little depression on the heel of each shoe?
Yes, I do.
That's Uncle Horace's horse. And look here, where the brambles are broken off. It's as if something heavier than a man was dragged through here.
You're right.
How's the digging going, Edgar?
Look in that
Well,
pond.
we got 3 trenches dug, and the pond's running off pretty quickly.
Isn't that something lying down there on the bottom? Huh? Sure, I can see the back of something. Oh, you're right, Charlie. There is something.
What is it?
Well, look, down there.
Let me see if I can
digging going,
fish it out with my shovel. We got 3 trenches dug, and
You
the
got it.
pond's running off pretty quickly.
What is it? That's something lying down there on the bottom. Sure, I can see the back of something. Oh, you're right, Charlie. There is something.
What is it?
Well, look, down there.
Let me see if I can fish it out with my shovel.
Could be blood. You got it. We ever seen this waistcoat before? What is it? Black silk waistcoat, if I'm not mistaken.
It's mine.
So it is. Or
Yes, I
was.
think it is.
Very ruined
Looks
now.
like it.
Torn. Where? I seen this waistcoat before. Those dark stains around the collar and the front. This could be blood. It is yours.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Never seen this waistcoat
It's
before.
very like one of mine.
Surely,
I
Noah,
think
you're
it's
not
mine.
actually making an accusation.
Yes, I think it is.
Because this bloody torn
Looks like it.
waistcoat, which may belong to Horace's nephew. You realize this is very
Now, hold on
serious.
there.
You admit
We don't
this
know that is
blood-stained
blood.
waistcoat is yours.
Oh, I didn't say
don't
that.
know it's blood.
It's very
Or
like
if
one
it
of mine.
is, surely, Noah, you're not actually making an accusation. One must confirm this bloody torn waistcoat, which may belong to this young rapscallion happens to be Horace
Now, hold on
sole heir
there.
and would inherit
We
everything.
don't know that is blood.
Precise suspect. We don't know it doesn't rule him out, Charlie.
Just
That it's
a
Horace
moment.
Kramer's blood.
We don't know, first of all, whether Horace is dead. We've found no body.
Because this young rapscallion
Secondly,
happens to be Horace
as far as
Kramer's
inheritance
sole
is
heir,
concerned,
would inherit everything.
I remember a year ago, Horace telling me he was planning to disinherit him.
Doesn't rule him out, Charlie.
All we have to do is locate a will. We don't know. And if indeed Philip is cut off without a penny, we've found no body or motive, huh?
Well, I've never heard such nonsense in all my
As far as
life.
inheritance is concerned,
I'm not giving up hope that Uncle
I
Horace
remember a
isn't
year
still alive.
ago, Horace telling me he was
Frankly, this
planning to
search led by
disinherit him.
this
Fat
All
we have to do is locate a will.
For a week now, we've been
and if indeed
brush
Philip
and
is
bramble,
cut off
and all
without
we've got to show for it is a muddy waistcoat.
What does that do
and no
to your
sign
motive,
of
huh?
Well, I've never heard such nonsense in all my life. I'm not giving up hope that Uncle Horace isn't
Till
still
I give you the word, I charge you not to leave Mystic Falls.
Charlie!
Fool is too comic for me.
Charlie!
For a week
Where are you
now,
going?
we've been traipsing through brush and bramble, and all we've got to show for it is a muddy waistcoat and no sign of my uncle. Well, I'm heading back to Mystic Falls. I've had enough.
Philip, till I give you the word, I charge you not to leave Mystic Falls.
Charlie!
Now they're looking
Charlie,
more closely.
where are you going?
Just thought I saw something lying in the road up ahead. Oh, my goodness. Charlie?
Well, what is it?
You know to whom it belongs?
What are you putting in your pocket?
Yes, I might.
It's a Spanish knife.
Yes, I am not the one to there appears to be blood on the open blade. Philip's still here. We'll look at it more closely.
Yes, of course I'm still here.
Does anybody know to whom this knife belongs?
This knife? Oh, my goodness.
This
Spanish knife, yours? You know to whom it belongs? Yes, I might.
Is this knife yours?
I'm afraid there are initials on it, too.
Oh,
so there are.
Yes, of course I'm still here.
Philip Kramer.
What is it?
Those your initials?
This knife? Yes.
This Spanish knife, your knife.
Yes, it is.
Philip, can you explain why your knife is lying out here on the road?
No, I can't.
I arrest you on suspicion of the murder of your uncle, Horace Kramer. Those your initials?
Proof to me that it is my waistcoat.
So this is your knife. Would you like to tell us, Philip, where you were the morning your Uncle Horace left for Boston?
Your knife is lying out here on the road?
I was out with my rifle deer stalking.
I can't. Were you anywhere? I arrest you on suspicion of the murder of your Uncle Horace Kramer.
I'd like to correct the misapprehension. Proof to me that it is my waistcoat was mine.
So noted.
Not that I was wearing.
Would you like to tell us, Philip, where you were the morning your Uncle Horace left for Boston?
I clearly remember noticing the tracks made by my Uncle deer stalking. The same ones I showed
anywhere in the vicinity of the pond at which your waistcoat was found.
I'd like to correct the misapprehension.
The waistcoat is yours?
I said that waistcoat
was
mine.
Found nearby is also
Not that
yours.
I was wearing.
You were in that vicinity, and moreover, you now admit to carrying a rifle for the purpose of deer stalking.
Made by Uncle's horse. The same ones I showed you.
You realize, Mr. Kramer, what you were telling us? By all means. The waistcoat is yours. A knife that was found nearby is also yours. You were in that vicinity, and moreover, you now admit to carrying a rifle for the purpose of deer stalking.
So? Yes, that's so.
May I ask the indulgence of the magistrate? Evening before Horace left
by all means.
He and I were playing checkers. I had not wished to further complicate matters by divulging the information I have. But now
what do you think of that, Charlie?
Caught me completely by you.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Yeah. Evening before Horace left for Boston. Come. He and I were playing a game of checkers.
Philip, and what do we have the pleasure of your company this evening? It's the shank, the very shank of the evening. I'd expect you to be out dancing, carousing, and gambling, whatever it is you're so noted for. What are you doing home?
You don't think much of me, Uncle, do you?
And what do we have the pleasure of your company this evening?
A place to sleep.
It's the shank.
Believe me, I don't enjoy being dependent on your favor.
I'd expect you to be out dancing in case you're harboring hoes and gambling, because you are my only relative. So noted let me assure you, what are you doing home? I am planning to revise my will, and your name will not be mentioned in it.
I'm sorry to hear that, Uncle.
I bet you are.
I don't enjoy being dependent on your favor.
I've threatened such action before, but now, in case you're harboring a hope, better. Because you are my only living relative. Take steps. Philip, let me assure you. Tomorrow morning I'm planning to revise my will, and your name make a cash will not be mentioned in the Mechanics Bank.
I'm sorry to hear that, Uncle.
And two, I bet you sign my new will. I've threatened such action before, but now, if you'll be so good, you better kindly leave Charlie and me alone. Actually take steps. We can continue our checker game. Tomorrow morning I'm off to Boston with 2 tasks.
Just heard Charlie Nash
to make
here
a cash
recount an
deposit at
event
the Farmers and
that happened
Mechanics
the night
Bank.
before your uncle
And
set
2,
off for Boston.
to sign my new will.
Is this the truth or not?
Now,
Is what
you'll be so good.
Did you know your uncle was going to Boston in the morning to deposit money?
We can
Did he
continue our
tell you
check
he was
again.
about to change his will to this inheritance?
Yes.
You just heard
Would
Charlie
you
Nash here
repeat your
recount an
answer
event
clearly,
that
please?
happened the night before
Yes,
your uncle set off for
Horace
Boston.
did say that. But
Is
I
this
still
the truth
say
or not?
I know nothing of his disappearance,
what
and
the
I
truth?
did not.
Did you
kill
know
him.
your uncle was going to Boston in the morning to deposit money? Did he tell you he was about to change his will to this inheritance?
Yes. Mystery.
Would you repeat your answer clearly, please?
Yes, Uncle Horace did say that.
Suspected of
But I still say I know nothing of his disappearance, and I did not kill him.
Is he feigning innocence? Hiding guilt?
I'm sorry, we
Or
must
is someone
leave
else
this tale
the
of
actual
suspicion
guilty
and mystery at this very moment.
We'll be back.
Does
with
it strike
some
you
of
as
the
strange
answers.
that Philip Kramer, the only person suspected of having had a hand in his uncle's disappearance, seems so very self-assured? Is he feigning innocence? Hiding guilt? Or is someone else the actual guilty party?
Are you sure?
We'll be back.
Today's contact does all that up to 12 hours, all day, all night, no matter what cold virus attacks. That's the one time. Can you take medicine for congestion?
Announcing Buick's open door policy, an open invitation to come in and inspect, examine, and really discover why the 1977 Buicks are selling better than any other Buicks in history. Take a look at the Electra, the ultimate Buick, with meaningful room for 6 and an interior that's pure Buick. Power steering, power brakes, power windows, all standard. And discover also that this is a great time to buy a new Buick. Come in and inspect, examine, and really discover why the 1977 Buicks are selling better than any other Buicks in history. Take a look at the Electra, the ultimate Buick, with meaningful room for 6 and an interior that's pure Buick. Power steering, power brakes, power windows, all standard. And discover also that this is a great time to buy a new Buick. Your Buick dealer is open to reasonable offers. Buick's open door policy at your Buick dealer.
No one living 3 years or more. This is Frank Singer. Leukemia may be referred to as a disease-abetting disease, affecting adults as well as children, is no longer accomplishments in medical science have been made responses to chemotherapy are occurring more frequently. Less than a decade ago, as an adjunct to the efforts of the federal government, an average survival to help those whose finances have been drained 3 years without a doubt the need for an all-out may be referred to. Together we must try to solve the mystery of this disease before this decade is over. This message was brought to you by the National Leukemia Association, a non-profit voluntary agency dedicated to the proposition adjunct to the efforts of the federal government. Daddy, what was leukemia? Those whose finances have been drained proves without a doubt the need for an all-out effort. Together we must try to solve the mystery of this disease before this decade is over. This message was brought to you by the National Leukemia Association, a non-profit voluntary agency dedicated to the proposition that tomorrow's children can ask, Daddy, what was leukemia?
To a wasteful nephew, now suspected of murder. But knowing Edgar Allan Poe, I would caution you not to believe there is an easy, straightforward answer to
Where has
question of
Edgar Allan Poe taken us thus
far? There will be many a twist and turn. Evidence has been uncovered pointing in only one direction to a wasteful nephew, now suspected of
When
murder.
Philip Kramer admitted he knew the purpose of his uncle's trip to Boston,
Not to believe there is an
no one
easy,
really
straightforward
deputized
answer
me
to
and the owner of the general store, Sam, to make a thorough search of Philip's room.
and turn before our
When we returned to the town jail, Noah and Charlie were still there. When Philip Kramer admitted he knew the purpose of
didn't
his
take you
uncle's
too
trip
very
to
long.
Boston,
It's not a large
no one
room.
really deputized
Room
me
closet
and the
is
owner
big.
of the general
We
store,
found this
Sam,
pocketbook
to make a thorough
empty
search
in
of
Philip's
Philip's room.
It's Horace's. I
When we
recognized
returned
it right
to
away.
the town jail, Noah and Charlie were still there,
Neck handkerchief?
as was the suspect.
Bed.
Didn't take you too very
Look
long.
carefully.
It's not a
There may be
large
blood
room.
on them.
Goodness.
The broom closet is bigger.
We found this pocketbook empty in Philip's room. It's Horace's. I recognized it right away.
And these bedclothes, shirt, case here, neck handkerchief.
Well, I'm not defending Philip, but I do say a man is innocent
Look
until
carefully.
proved guilty.
There may be blood.
All this goodness. Full evidence.
I mean, Noah, you have no corpus delicti, no body.
Well, I may not have Horace's body yet, but I do have his horses. Fairly open and shut case here, don't you?
Well, I'm not defending Philip, but I do say a man is innocent till proved guilty.
All this, I think a postmortem of that horse should be made immediately.
I mean, Noah,
for the fact that my
you have no corpus delicti, no body.
Well, I may not have Horace's body yet, but I do have his horses.
Like a comic opera.
What do you mean?
Like a stupid bunch of incompetent
out. I got word Horace's horse died in the stable from the wound he'd got.
I think a postmortem of that horse should be made immediately.
You know, if it weren't for the fact that my uncle is missing. Ketchup. But there is some mystery. Then my knife turns up. I would say supposedly covered behaving like a comic opera. Then sheets and shirts under my bed. Incompetent bumpkins. You don't know if it's blood or red paint.
Where do you suppose all this mysterious evidence came from, dear boy?
I haven't the faintest idea. And if it were true that I did away with Uncle Horace, why would I leave evidence lying around or under my own bed, supposedly covered with my uncle's blood? Then sheets and shirts under my bed.
Never find it.
You don't know if it's blood or red paint.
Where do you suppose all this mysterious evidence came from,
Mr. Nash, I've had a feeling about you all along. And if it were true, I've been wondering if you really are. Why would I leave evidence lying around or under my own so-called helpfulness as an act?
Are you gentlemen going to stand here and see me maligned by a man accused of murder?
Very poor joke and very poor taste, if you ask me.
I'd say it's a good thing
Philip is being held in custody on suspicion of murder.
You all along.
Nothing more.
I've been wondering if we really...
There's a lot of evidence, admittedly, still unproven.
Oh, go do your post-mortem on a dead horse.
Are you gentlemen going to know my young city me maligned by a man accused of murder? Sam, no.
Hold on, Charlie. Philip is being held in custody on suspicion of murder. Nothing more. There's a lot of evidence, admittedly, still unproven.
Oh, go do your post-mortem on a dead horse.
It might interest you to know my young
town veterinarian actually performed the autopsy.
The events moved swiftly. Charlie Nash found a bullet in the horse's chest cavity, which had somehow escaped Dr. Corwin's eye. Philip identified the bullet, recognizing it as well as a special set he had made for his hunting rifle. At the very next criminal session, Philip was brought to trial. Charlie Nash treated the man bullet in the horse's chest cavity, which had somehow escaped Dr. Corwin's eye. Appointed a lawyer to defend him. Philip identified the bullet, confronted with this unbreakable chain as well as a special set he had made for his hunting rifle. The jury returned an immediate verdict. Criminal session, Philip was brought to murder in the first degree. He still treated the matter lightly, not even seeking legal advice. The town appointed a lawyer to defend him. But confronted with this unbreakable chain of circumstantial evidence, the jury returned an immediate verdict of guilty of murder in the first degree. Yes, sir. An order transmitted to our firm 2 months ago by Mr. Horace Kramer. We have the honor of forwarding this morning to your address a double case of Chateau Margaux. Half a gross, 6 dozen bottles, Antelope brand. Dear sir, we remain, sir, your most obedient servant, transmitted to our firm 2 months ago by Mr. Horace Kramer.
Read what it says.
We have the honor of forwarding this morning to your address by wagon at the Monday following the receipt of this letter. Half a gross, yours, 6 dozen bottles, Antelope brand.
Isn't that like dears?
We remain, sir, your most obedient servants, and so forth.
We used to drink Chateau together.
That is news.
Read what it says on the bottom. It was the seal of
our box will reach you by wagon the Monday following the receipt of this letter. Yours, Milbracken and Company.
Isn't that like dear, sweet, thoughtful Horace? The news I am extending. We used to drink Chateau Margaux together. A kind of open house. It was the seal of our friendship, as it called themselves my friends. He was going to set me a case of Chateau Margaux arrived from the Milbracken.
I seem to remember that.
What I would like you to guess is to put in the weekend edition of the Gazette. The news that I am extending.
Pretty close to half the town was at Charlie's on Monday.
Open house.
There was lots of food and drink. The case of wine didn't arrive till early evening. By that time, Everyone was in a very happy mood.
That is the biggest wooden crate I've ever seen.
Lift it right up onto the table facing me.
All
right, everybody.
Monday.
Let's open up the case and see how far 72 bottles of Chateau Margaux will go.
By that time, everyone was in a very happy mood.
That is the biggest wooden crate I've ever seen.
Lift it right up onto the table facing me. Good thinking for the state. Always prepared, everybody. To be printworthy. Let's open up the case and see how far 72 bottles of Chateau Margaux will go. A respectful silence. I can recommend it to you all. Come on, somebody. Get a crowbar.
Well, wait a minute. I brought a big hammer, Charlie. I can pry the box open.
Good thinking for the state. Always prepared and to be printworthy.
This moment was his dream come true.
From the end that faces
Charlie,
me.
surrounded by friends and neighbors, all waiting for what Charlie would give them. Suddenly, the top of the huge box flew open. And from inside, happy to give orders, there sprang up into a sitting position, facing Charlie. His dream come true. The bruised, surrounded by friends and neighbors, putrid corpse of old dead Horace Kramer. Suddenly, he seemed to look right at Charlie with his sightless eyes. And from inside, then there sprang up into a sitting position, facing Charlie. The bruised, bloody, nearly putrid corpse of old dead Horace Kramer. He seemed to look right at Charlie with his sightless eyes. The decaying corpse of Horace Kramer fell over the side of the crate. Slowly, his arms sort of spoke, reaching for Charlie. Then fainted. Some ran for the doors.
How could you do this
slowly,
to me?
Magnetized. Everyone stayed back to watch the decaying corpse of Horace Kramer fell over the side of the crate. His arms sort of reaching for Charlie. Men fainted. Some ran for the doors. But slowly, as if magnetized, everyone came back to watch Charlie.
Bad luck with yours. My Horace. You shot him. He wouldn't know you were dead. Would you believe it? Were you watching me all the time? I pushed him clean into the pool and following it down the road when the next day. He walked right you alive or dead. I left you for dead. Wasn't easy to cover my tracks. I had to plant all kinds of shots. So my friends would think it was your nephew. Would you believe it, Horace? Horace, I pushed him clean into the pool to drown. And the next day, he walked right back into town. I say, wasn't easy to cover my tracks. I had to plant all kinds of evidence. My friends think it was your nephew.
Charlie, he's fallen on the table. Charlie!
It wasn't easy at all.
Charlie is dead.
She just said...
As dead as Horace.
Philip, you're free. The body of your uncle was delivered to Charlie's house in a crate of wine.
Charlie.
And your uncle, accused Charlie of killing him.
What? Wait, not so fast.
Anyway, Charlie confessed.
I'm afraid I had a hand in this.
I thought you might have, Edgar. You were the only one who never believed the evidence.
I wasn't that positive
delivered to Charlie's house in a crate of wine.
I was pretty sure Charlie wasn't that innocent.
Killing him from the beginning.
Wait, not so fast.
Anyway, Charlie confessed.
That made me suspicious. I'm afraid
Didn't you
I
think
had
it
a
was
hand
strange?
in this.
I thought you might have it.
Charlie,
you were the only one who never believed the evidence. With my eyes
I wasn't that positive Philip wasn't guilty, but I was pretty sure Charlie wasn't that everyone in town like Charlie. So why should you suspect him? That made me suspicious. Well, for me, didn't you think it was strange, Noah? It was always Charlie who discovered things?
Where was I with my eyes closed?
First of all, Philip was an outsider. Right there. It was Charlie. Almost everyone in town liked Charlie. So why should you suspect him? That bullet never went near the horse. Well, for me, he went just one step too far. Where it had gone out.
What did he do?
The autopsy of Horace's horse. Couldn't have been Philip's gun that killed the animal.
Why didn't you tell me? We could have held up the trial.
No, I couldn't stop you. Besides, I had to find the body. That bullet never went near the horse. You remember how it was Charlie who led the search party? A shot had gone in, but another so I searched myself. And wherever he had gone, I went in the opposite direction. Philip's gun that killed the animal.
Why didn't you tell me? We could have held up the trial.
No, I couldn't stop you. Besides, I had to find the body. And Horace... You remember how it was Charlie who led the search party? Neck broken. So I searched myself. And wherever he had gone, I went in the opposite direction. And put him in the crate. Eventually, I found an old dry well. Very well concealed.
How in the world did you get Horace to speak?
And Horace was down there. Talent I've had since I was a boy. Terrible sight. My father taught me. I wrote that letter from the wine merchants and ventriloquist put him in the crate.
Charles, old friend, how could you do this to me?
Talent I've had since I was a boy. My father taught me.
And so ends one of the great horror stories from the prolific pen of that master of the macabre, Edgar Allan Poe. I think it is almost as though Poe took and dramatized that one famous sentence of William Shakespeare's, "Murder, though it have no tongue, will speak with most miraculous." And so ends one of the great horror stories from the prolific pen of that master of the macabre, Edgar Allan Poe.
And I'd like to put in
I think it is almost as though Poe took and dramatized that one
about 60
famous
years ago,
sentence
some
of
early
William
radio
Shakespeare's,
experimenters developed
"Murder,
our first station.
though it have no tongue,
Today there are nearly a million amateur radio operators around the world talking to each other, standing ready to provide us with emergency communication in time of disaster, and still developing new electronic techniques. They have their own amateur television stations, and even satellites. Some early radio experimenters developed our first station. Today there are nearly a million amateur radio operators around the world. You want to know how you can join in? Standing ready to provide us with emergency communication radio, in time of disaster, really and exciting and wonderful world of amateur radio. They have their own amateur television stations and even satellites to the American Radio Relay League, Newington, Connecticut, 06111, like they say. Tune in to how you can join in radio. Now that many people are discovering the fun of talking by personal radio, maybe you'd like the really exciting and wonderful world of amateur radio. It takes study, but it's worth it. For free information, write to the American Radio Relay League, Newington, Connecticut, 06111. Like they say, tune in the world with amateur radio.
And the grotesque. A torn waistcoat, a bloody knife, a bullet. On these few objects, Poe hangs an entire plot of villainy and bizarre. It is said that Edgar Allan Poe is the founder of the modern detective story. I think he goes far beyond that. Is called bringing together the strangely imaginative and the grotesque. A torn waistcoat, a bloody knife. One doesn't have to be a scientist. These few objects, PhD hangs an entire villainy and bizarre retribution. Man has always been fascinated by William Griffiths and Lloyd Batista. Writing about their entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. Studying and analyzing objects is called science. And now, a preview of our next scientist or PhD.
The compartment to ourselves. The batch of newspapers Holmes had brought along with us. As we settled down for the journey, Holmes asked,
"Have you heard anything about the case?"
I haven't seen a paper for some days.
That's just as well. The London press hasn't had very complete accounts. That's why I brought these local papers along. I've already read through them, and I gather it's one of those simple cases which are so extremely...
As we settled down for the journey, Holmes asked for a doctor.
Have you heard anything about the case?
I haven't seen a paper for some days.
Almost just as well. The London press hasn't had very complete accounts. That's why I brought these local papers along. But the police seem to have already read through them, and I gather it's one of those simple cases which are so extremely...
It is a murder, then.
According to our old friend the Star, it's not only a murder, but he has profoundly true. The singularity is almost...
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part.
The more common the crime, the more difficult it is to bring home.
In this instance, however, the police seem to have returned to our Mystery Theater case against the son of the murdered man.
In the macabre.
It is a murder, then.
According to our old friend Lestrade, it's not only murder, but he has the guilty man under lock and key.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by True Value Hardware Stores. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.